Hello everyone, welcome to A Month in the Dungeon. My name is Travis Crane. I am with John Gumfer and... Oh, I should have waited for you to say hi, but...
No, you're good.
John Gumfer and Christian Nunez. Roll and start. We're not restarting this one. You're both here. You're from the Androids Dungeon like I am. We're here to talk about E3. How are you guys doing?
E3, good. How are you?
John. E3?
E3 vanilla. I'm doing alright.
It was vanilla. Vanilla is a good way to describe it. But if E3 was a flavor of ice cream, it would certainly be vanilla this year.
I mean, I guess I would, I guess I could say vanilla, but sometimes it was chocolate.
Sometimes a little bit of strawberry in there. A little bit of cookies and cream.
Just a little flavorful.
I would say there was definitely some sprinkles on top, but all around
this
one
metaphor
solid
analogy
flavor.
one. Alright. Let's start with EA. We're gonna go in chronological order.
Chronological.
Yes, chronological. I'm not backing down.
Alright, let's start with EA.
Let's do it.
We're gonna
What do you
start
wanna
with
talk
the
about
first,
from
which is
EA?
EA. I have a few things written down for EA, but if I'm missing anything, feel free to include something.
Do you guys want to start with something that kind of blew my mind when they talked about it? The story of Madden? A Madden?
I have that here.
Madden with a story. I feel like it's the only way to go, really. The only thing to add to Madden to make it more of a game than just football.
Right, and actually when they announced it, and I kind of thought, like, why haven't they done this already? Like, it makes complete sense.
I mean, other football games have done it.
Right, but Madden hasn't.
Right. I don't know. Maybe
The reason
just
this
thought
is
they could
super
hold off
cool
for
for
long
me,
enough.
though, is because this is just what I've done in my head with older football games.
Right.
The
that's
franchise
what I mean.
mode, like, I'd create my own character, and I would run through this little story in my head. But now they're doing it for me, so it's kind of like, I'm gonna buy Madden this year. I stopped buying Madden because I just got tired of football. But if you're putting a story in it,
Right. That's the way.
Count me in.
Let's sell more copies. Not that game needs any help selling copies.
No, not at all. It's a nice thing, though. It's nice to know that they're carrying. And also, it'd be cool if they're doing this with FIFA 17 this year, too, but they're continuing the story from last year's game.
Now that's pretty cool.
That's cool, because it's like the second year in this guy's career in FIFA, so
Is that actually what's happening?
Yeah, so if they do
that's
that
cool.
with Madden, that'd be cool.
That would
Yeah.
be pretty cool. Is it always the same guy, or is it like your own custom character? Like, are you creating the
His
character?
name's always Alex Hunter, I think. I might be wrong about that.
But it's like something. Like,
I think it
it's
might be a
always
customized
name.
character, though. I'm not sure.
Alright,
Okay.
so yeah, that makes sense. You customize your character, but the story's the same.
Yeah, because there's like cutscenes with people saying his name. Like, I'm so sick of hearing about Alex Hunter. Blah, blah, blah. I just remember that from the FIFA presentation.
Alex Hunter, such a generic name. Could at least pick
Yeah,
a
it
better
was
name.
like a weird generic name. Are you guys gonna get it? Are you interested in Madden this year?
No. I'm
I didn't
not,
grab you with
but I did think it was pretty cool. It's something that game honestly needs. But man, ball sports, it's not for me, man.
All sports, not for everybody. John?
I think I'll wait for it to be cheaper because they love to drop their $60 price Madden games. I don't think it's
It's
worth
football
$60.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 weeks after it comes out, you can get it for $6.
Right.
Right on.
So I think that's what I'll just wait for that to go. Any
Very
amount cheaper.
interesting. I'm probably gonna get it.
It's an awesome idea, and the people who love Madden are gonna love it even more. So there you go.
It's a nice thing. One of the many nice things we got at EA. We got
Yeah.
a few nice things. Do you guys have anything else?
What else did we get?
Specifically want to talk about?
Boy.
Yeah, John, go ahead.
I don't know.
I think Need for Speed Payback was early on in their press conference.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
looks
really
crazy.
excited for that.
It looked like they really wanted to bring an element of Fast and the Furious into this game.
Yeah, I think that's what grabbed me about it, though.
Yeah.
They put like a weird story in it where you're stealing this car out of a moving truck.
I have
It was
Yeah.
cool when they put
have
the
a
burnout
problem.
takedowns.
with those games, which is are there drivers in the vehicles? Aren't there drivers in the vehicles? And then in that trailer, they specifically show people hopping out and getting into that trailer. But prior to that, the cars that were chasing them, they were just cars. Like, no one was leaning out of them shooting or anything.
It's
So,
the Cars universe.
That's what it feels like. It feels like it is the Cars universe. And then you see people getting out, and then it's like, oh God, what is that? What is the implication there? Are their brains people? I don't know.
What implications? We're gonna get to Mario later, all right?
For a racing game, I'm into it. I'd like to pick it up. Yeah, I'd like to pick it up and give it a shot. With that being said, and we'll get to more of this when we talk about the other conferences. But man, Cars, right? Am I right?
This was the only Cars that got my attention. Also,
right.
This was the only instance of Cars getting my attention this year.
I mean,
Cars
games, any Cars, they look nice. You can't dispute that. But who cares?
And there's people, there's car guys who like video games and saw that new Porsche and were like, "Oh man, that's really cool."
Oh man, look at that real Porsche that I could have in the game.
Yeah, there's something for something there. There's a crowd.
Never in real life.
The thing that should have been taken away from that is like now maybe other like larger companies in the world are seeing how big of a thing video games are, and they're like, oh, now we can
they're taking it
advertise in
seriously.
different and interesting ways. I don't know.
Instead of just like, oh, that's for kids.
Right, yeah.
Like, oh no, adults play these games and they're racing games and they're actually very good.
As long as they pack that Porsche in the game, then I'm all good.
I mean, the Ultra Collector's Edition comes with that car.
A $75,000 edition.
Yeah.
Of the game. Fuck. Speaking of
Alright.
$75,000 editions, can't wait to talk about Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft's next, right? Oh no, it's Macrosoft.
Macrosoft.
The way I have it spelled on my notes. I got a way out. You guys remember that from the EA conference?
Is that the prison one?
Yeah.
That's the couch co-op game, isn't it?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to bring that in.
So everybody keeps calling it a couch co-op game, but I'm fairly confident the guy said it would be online.
There was a little flub at first. He said that it was only like couch co-op, but I think he caught it, and people latched onto that first part.
Yeah, they just latched right onto it. I think what he meant to say is that it's going to be split screen no matter what. No matter how you play it, it will be split screen because that's how they want the game to be played. There are certain elements of the game that need to be seen by both people in an instance.
It showed really well too.
I think at some point after the conference, in various interviews, he did come out. They did come out and say that that the experience would be best as couch co-op, like having your friend right next to you, playing with you, so you guys can communicate a lot better, right? But this game isn't really my type of game. But if we can get together and play it, I think it's going to be an experience.
I mean, it's definitely on my radar. It's a game that I think I'd be interested in. It seems pretty cool.
The cinematography of it kind of grabbed me, like, because they have frames squishing in to show more of the other character, and then when a big scene will happen and it'll move the frame, it does cool framing things, which really got my attention.
I liked how on one side, one person was actually like playing in game, and then on the other side they were in a cutscene.
It's cool shit like that.
The only thing I can think of bothering me is that I'm gonna want to watch that cutscene, but I can't.
Yeah, that might be
play. Right, it's gonna be a little weird, but it's there. I mean, it's split screen, so I guess you can do both at the same time.
That's up to the directing of it and whatnot. I can't imagine there would be a lot going on for the other character during that cutscene, but it's neat to have control during it. It's like, where's my character? Because you're playing. Once you start the game, one person plays one character, and then the other plays the other.
Right.
You're locked.
Plus, the fact that it's split screen will help you.
Yeah. Battlefront.
Okay. You want to go straight to Battlefront?
Did you have more on the way out?
No. I just thought we'd say Battlefront for the very last one.
Well, I kind of have a last one, but it's not really a last one because we're probably going to get to it more in Microsoft.
Yeah, that's true.
But did you want to talk about the Anthem announcement?
I think that game is awesome, but I also have a big worry. Just like Mass Effect Andromeda was not that great.
I might be able to shore that worry up.
They shifted focus to Anthem. Well, I have a feeling that the things that played Mass Effect Andromeda are going to play Anthem as well, because it kind of sounds like they didn't have they weren't fully focused on either game, and they were working on both at the same time. Am I right?
Here's my counterpoint to that, is that they seem to have, from my understanding of interviews and whatnot that have been run a couple of weeks ago about Andromeda, they shifted a lot of like resources towards Anthem, and that's why Andromeda suffered. So maybe like, and it might Andromeda or fucking what's it called again? Anthem.
Anthem. Yeah.
2 A's. Anthem might be far enough away from, like, they might have just went full in on that and then said, it's Mass Effect.
I'm hoping because I'm sorry, John, go ahead.
Nah, that's the thing though. I mean, what's to say halfway through this life cycle they don't decide maybe to start working on another thing?
Right. Exactly. Because it kind of seems like this is an
Not too
ongoing
much
problem for
goodwill
BioWare. Like
BioWare.
Yeah, they keep but I mean, I guess we have to trust them. I want this game to be good. I want it to be everything they say it is, because that gameplay they showed looked like cinematics. It didn't look like gameplay at all, and that
almost didn't look real at times.
Yeah, that was actual gameplay, and I like how when he was, I don't know if everyone that's listening saw the game footage it showed, but when they were walking through that crowd, I thought that was a cutscene, and motherfuckers were just coming up to you, talking to you, and giving you quest lines.
Right.
And that was pretty dope.
And that's the kind of thing that gets me concerned. Ryan and I recently watched like a video compilation where they look back at games that they showed at E3 and then what they ended up looking like when they finally came out. And I feel like that's the kind of scene that you saw like at E3, and it's like, oh, this is so crazy. Look at all the people. It looks like a living world. And then when you actually get it, it's just that quest giver in that crowd.
BioShock Infinite.
And maybe like one other person sitting around. There's not like this flooding crowd of people.
I hope there is, because that seemed really cool.
Right, but
like in concept, it almost seems too good to be true at times.
I mean,
they're like flying around this big open world, it seems, and
in a mech suit, a fully customizable mech suit.
Yeah.
Or cool Iron Man armor, or whatever it is.
Also, I might be a little bit burnt out on loot. Like when they got to that part in that demo, we're just gonna move on to Microsoft, because Battlefront's Battlefront. Look, I love Star Wars, but it's Battlefront.
Well, there's just one thing that needs to be said about Battlefront, and we'll get back to Anthem, because like we keep saying, it's
there's things to be said about that.
It was a bigger part of the Microsoft conference than it was the EA conference. It kind of just announced it at EA. But as far as Battlefront 2 goes, that story mode is canon, and it's gonna happen after.
I
didn't see anything for it, so
that actually leads more into what I was saying. Is like people are actually taking video games a lot more seriously. They're actually allowing them to be canon to something as big as Star Wars.
Right,
and
massive.
I'm really excited. Like I don't know. I really want to experience that story.
It's just not Galactic Conquest, so maybe that's why I'm a little salty on it.
That's exactly why you're salty on it. You've been wanting Galactic Conquest since the first Battlefront came out. Well, not the first one, but you know what I mean. I know. Well, maybe they'll surprise you and it'll just come out. Maybe it'll be a DLC type thing or something like that.
I wouldn't care if it's DLC. Give me Galactic Conquest DLC. I'll take it.
You got to tweet at them every day, man. You got to tweet at them until they do it.
3 times a day.
Hashtag Galactic Conquest.
Just tweet everything. Tag everything with that.
John, did you have anything on Battlefront? I didn't mean to just skim over it, but I did.
I mean,
because I don't have anything doesn't mean everyone else does.
When I bought the game, I bought the super crazy collector's edition of the game as soon as it came out, the first one, and then we didn't play it. Nobody played it, and I don't know. Yeah, it was hot for a couple of weeks.
It was.
And then it just faded really hard.
I didn't have the legs.
I revisit it from time to time, and I get into the to the online multiplayer.
I ended up buying the DLC.
So, but yeah, I mean, you get to play as droids, you get to play as Wookiees, you got a whole bunch of new weapons, Darth Maul, Boba Fett. Come on, man. Was Boba Fett not in the first one?
No.
No?
I think
he was dead.
I think he was a hero.
Wait, yeah, he was.
I could have sworn he was. Why is everyone so
right.
psyched about Boba Fett being in the second? He was in the first one. Who gives a fuck? Darth Maul is... I mean, like, Boba Fett's cool and everything.
I don't know.
You're not wrong, and also Boba Fett.
I think Finn and Phasma being added later as confirmed first DLC. That's pretty great. That's exciting.
Especially since I honestly think they put him in there because he's such a huge fan of the game in general, not just because So that's actually pretty.
It's a shame he didn't start a whole hey, you should put Galactic Conquest in.
Tweet at him, man. Tweet at him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you got the campaign happening, right?
All right, so yeah, I mean, but that you're right though. Battlefront's Battlefront. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna
buy
it.
Look
That's
good.
why I'm just like.
Well, yeah, of course. And you're just really mad because you're not going to get Galactic Conquest with your release.
I might have to wait till 3, which is fine, I guess.
No, you'll wait for DLC. It'll be on the DLC.
I'll take it.
It'll be in the DLC.
Don't make it a half-assed one. If you give me a half-assed Galactic Conquest, I don't know. Because it's not that hard to begin with. There's not a lot of mechanics involved with it. Pretty simple.
So should we transfer over to Microsoft?
Kind of want to pick up with Anthem, or I haven't really said my piece on it.
Oh, go ahead and say your piece. I don't want to talk too much about Anthem because I know Ryan's going to have some stuff to say about Anthem.
Yeah, we'll probably get back into it.
Yeah, I think what he would say is, you will never get another Galactic Conquest.
Oh, damn it.
That's actually his joke. That is actually his joke.
God damn it. I just want it so bad. Anthem looks really big. Is Anthem going to be the biggest, MMO type? Not MMO, but we don't even know what it is yet, so I have no clue.
I believe it's going to be the biggest letdown, probably. That's where I'm at with it.
But could it be big planets, universe, you travel to galaxies and shit? Because when you hear the description of Project Dylan, that's what it sounds like. Also, the whole story between for that name, Project Dylan, is really funny to me, actually. Because they named it after Bob Dylan.
I just don't know. I just don't know. Destiny burned me pretty hard.
They were talking about it kind of sounded like they were talking what Destiny sounded like, where they were mentioning galaxies, oh, you can travel a big universe. This is just it.
Right.
It seems like they went on that. But I'm sorry.
How'd that go, right? Destiny was you're gonna be able to travel to all these planets, but really it's a couple maps in a different location that have the same.
You think it'll just be instant zones like Destiny was?
I can't make any assumptions. They basically showed us nothing, but
they gave us a concept.
There's limitations to games right now, even if it's better than what it has been 10 years ago. It's still limiting. So, I don't know. I wouldn't get my hopes up for anything major.
I wouldn't yet till we see more.
Yeah. I mean, even when you see more, probably don't get too hyped about it.
I'm trying to keep my hype levels up. I think this is contrary to what I normally do for everything, which is
don't get excited.
Well, I usually, I don't normally get excited, but I also research the living shit out of it. But this one, I kind of want to jump into and give it a shot and see where it takes me. Because I don't know, I'm not feeling Destiny 2, and I'm hoping Anthem will be its replacement. Because
there's no shortage of loot out there.
I also don't like comparing it to Destiny, even though literally that's what I just did. But it seems like every company wants their Destiny. And I'm not saying that in the
I think
fancy
it's more that it's just
way.
compared to loot games.
But that's awful. Destiny's the worst loot game to compare it to. There are so many better loot games out there. Destiny
might be the most popular one.
Maybe just the one that made the most money with the least amount of effort. And I think that's what game companies want, is how can I make Destiny money with basically no effort? They sold us a beta It lasted a year.
Well, the way you do that is you just lie. You just lie and keep making empty promises. Is how
Right.
How you do that.
So, the worst part is there's still such a following for Destiny. The fact that the second one, the fact that people were super hype about the second one, blows my mind.
Listen, I may or may not have played Destiny for about 4 hours straight last night. After Money in the Bank went off, and during that 4-hour stretch,
it gets its hooks in.
Well, it does, but especially since I haven't gone back for a long time, so there was plenty of stuff for me to do, plenty of gear for me to find and upgrade and stuff like that. But I started thinking, I'm like, is Destiny 2 just going to be more of this? Especially since they're going to delete my progression and make me start all over. So it's kind of like, do I really want to pick up Destiny 2? No, I don't. I want to pick up something else. That,
you want a fun fact? Destiny 2 is just going to be Destiny 1 with actually probably less things. Like,
well, yeah, less things than it has now, absolutely.
Right, and that's the thing. Is
you need a year to build it up.
They're going to be able to burn a whole nother group of people. It's great. It's going to be fantastic.
A whole nother group of people plus the same group of people that are playing this.
Plus the same group. I mean, plus whatever fools decide to come over. I don't know. I don't want to buy the game. I'm sure it'll be fun because the first game was fun. There's no denying how fun Destiny was.
Once you saw the inner workings of it, though, it stopped becoming fun, and because the boss fights, you start to notice that all of them are just, hey, here's a boss, here's some ads, deal with it, and that's how pretty much every encounter you start to break down and see those zeros and ones and ones and zeros.
Man, we went completely off course.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean,
I got some feelings.
Not Crackdown 3,
technically, Destiny 2 is on every console, so we can
and
pretty much
talk about it. Part of the show this year, wasn't it?
Was not part of the Microsoft show.
No, it was in Sony, I think, more than anywhere. But I will say one thing: I have a glimmer of hope that it might be okay on PC. Like if I ever play Destiny 2,
I think so too.
It'll be down the line and on PC.
Yep. I can honestly say that's when I'll play it too.
That's just where I think I'm at with that game. It's maybe the flaws that get put out by Bungie will be fixed by it being on PC. Maybe they'll let it be modded or something. I don't know.
You know what else it's going to be on? Destiny 2 will be on Microsoft One X. Well, Xbox One X.
Xbox One Xbox One Xbox.
Man. They need help with their names. They need to hire someone who does nothing but think of names for the consoles because it's getting ridiculous.
I mean, I think I got
themselves out of that though.
They're not going to get themselves out, and they should have never put themselves in that position in the first place.
I don't know.
Yeah, that box, $500, new console, native 4K. Whatever. I have a computer. I just bought it. It doesn't matter. This box isn't for me. I don't think it's going to be for most people. And I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer has already come out and said that Microsoft is well aware that they're going to sell way more Xbox One S's than they will One X's. Right. So,
they're aware that it's a luxury console. It's a luxury item.
How are you guys feeling on this new console that they're releasing? Because I think it's not that so much that it's a wrong step, but it's an unnecessary one, to be completely honest with you.
It almost seems like that.
Right. Especially when they give you the option. Sorry, I have one more thing to say. Especially when they give you the option to play all of their exclusive on Windows 10. Which is fucking
There's
stupid.
also the accessibility thing, though. There's some people, it doesn't matter. They want to put a disc into a console. It's available on PC, but they want a console and they want it to be the best thing ever, and they want to put their disc in and go.
Right, and I agree with you. I'm one of those people sometimes. But
yeah, I was for a long time, but then when I look back, I don't know what changed my mind on it or anything. It's because I have a PC and I'm going to play I'm not going to get an Xbox One X, X1, X1, X.
R1, R2, up, down, up, down. You have to
also, it might be better than my PC, too. It might be better than most PCs.
Yeah, I'm sure it is for a little bit. Maybe a year, max.
Right.
Well, yeah.
And then PCs are going to blow it out of the water again. So here's what I would say. I think the thing Xbox needs to do is just start releasing Steam boxes and let Xbox Live access Steam.
Yes.
Like the Steam library and Steam games. Then they would put any other game system, to bed. Because they could release if they do the Steam box method, they could release a new box every year for all I care. Like, this is the newest stuff. We put all the newest stuff in here. It's the best stuff. We promise, here's a bunch of numbers. Look at these numbers.
But in a way, that's ditching the brand that they've built up over how long has it been now?
But that's the thing. They could come at it from a different angle. Say, like, we can give you the security. We can let you still have Xbox Live. You can still access all of our party titles, but also have access to Steam and loads of other things out there for you. Like, they're already trying to be the indie marketplace, and the PC is, even though Xbox seems to have a lot of indie titles, PC will always have more indie because it's so much more accessible for lower, income gaming development.
Yeah,
right.
You're not wrong. It's a good idea. I just don't know if they'll ever partner with them.
There's no way they would.
No, they wouldn't.
But that's what I think should happen. Like, that's just, if Microsoft just started releasing Steam boxes, which, if anyone doesn't know what a Steam box is, it's just a computer that's basically a console.
Yeah,
it has a simple interface. You don't have to look behind the hood at all. You can just play it from Steam's big picture mode, and it's just like a console. I don't know. I think that would be the way to go, in my opinion. Maybe don't use those garbage controllers.
Not to, it kind of seems like I've been taking over your spot here, Travis. I'm sorry, but while we're talking about Steam and PC games, why don't we switch over to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and how that's coming to Xbox consoles? Because I think that's a really smart move. But I'm actually kind of pissed it's not coming to Sony consoles.
I have some things to say, but I'll let. I mean, if John, you actually played the game, so.
I would say basically exactly what I just said. I think it's foolish for them to do it, but at the same time, I'm happy it's hitting more markets. I'm glad that more people are able to play the game by bringing it to Xbox. But if people just supported a way to let PC games be played on the console, they wouldn't have to even do this.
Right.
The game would already be available. So, the game's fun. People are going to enjoy it. Who released that other battle royale game where there's people in a lobby? They started it with what seemed like an announcer. He was just describing what was happening in the game. Can't remember what that game was either.
I know it. Yeah, I don't remember.
But basically, 2 battle royale games happening on consoles all at once. It's definitely going to split people.
Split a player base.
Do I play PlayerUnknown's? Do I play this interesting new one? I don't know.
It kind of looks and sounds like people are just going to play PlayerUnknown.
Yeah, probably.
It's very big, and early on I looked at it and I went, well, that's a fad game and it's going to go away in 3 months. But I was definitely wrong about that.
There's still time.
Last thing that did this was, if I'm not wrong, DayZ, and that didn't really turn out well. And things like Ark, early access stuff getting put on consoles. I hope that this keeps going, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I hope they don't just throw it up on Xbox Live and go, well, we're done now. But listening to the PlayerUnknown, I can't remember his actual name, the developer or whatever, he seems like they're really, him and his team are very supportive of it.
Well, absolutely.
It shouldn't die out. But that's the one thing I was maybe worried about.
Brendan something.
Yes.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Probably not Brendan Fraser, but also Ryan may have more to say about Battleground later. I know he played it, but I don't know.
I would like to see more support for that game, more maps, things like that.
He did mention that they're working on 2 maps, I think, but they're very big. Apparently.
Well, that map's pretty big, so.
Not that I'm a Sony fanboy or a Nintendo fanboy. It's just I'm not really ever interested in much that Microsoft has to offer.
Lately, they haven't done a lot, but
Well,
this
yeah,
E3 they kind of turned me around.
Well, for
Started getting
instance,
interested.
Crackdown 3 is something people wanted for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
I just don't understand why they had to put Terry Crews in the
Because
trailer.
Terry Crews is great.
I mean, I
Not
guess
get
he
to play
is,
as
but
Terry
it
Crews?
kind of didn't make any sense.
Sure,
Did it?
he's the director, man. Fuck it. I think he's playing the director in the game, though. That's why it's like, yeah, Terry
He
Crews.
was way too silly. Or was he? Or was he just
Crackdown
silly
1
enough?
was stupid silly
Honestly,
at
it's not the
times,
silliest
though.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's been silly. Remember them Old Spice commercials?
They're still happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, they're still happening.
Oh shit, now we gotta pay him.
Ah,
I didn't sing their jingle right, so fuck them.
I like Terry Crews and Crackdown.
I do like Terry Crews. He's a very funny, very very funny person.
I think he's kind of the perfect role for that, like, director of the agency.
yeah, I can see it.
But
I just
Also, Crackdown 3 sounds pretty good.
bring down buildings. From the
I'm
cloud.
excited for it. I would have liked to seen some sort of gameplay. I think we did. We saw like glimpses of it. But apparently there's some closed doors meetings and whatnot. People can play it there. It's just not public, I think.
right.
I'm not sure though.
And then actually another, not to skip right. Are you guys anything else to say about
I think
Crackdown
we're
3?
good.
Yeah, 'cause
Next.
I was gonna be honest with you. I didn't play the first two, but
1, you should definitely play at some point in your life. 2, you should actually, if you ever see it, light it on fire.
oh, okay, that's all right. I like
And
Christmas.
3, I don't know yet.
When the trailer for Metro came on, the new Metro game, I did not know it was Metro until the title hit the screen.
I don't think a lot of people did.
I was amazed. It looked amazing, extremely cinematic, and then it was like Metro, and I'm like, you mean Metro like 2033 Metro, like
2033?
Last Light? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what the fuck? Really?
It looks
I
really
don't-
good though.
Well, they
I
kind of
think those
sold me
games
that.
always look pretty okay though.
That trailer sold me. I played 2033 a little, and I think I
That's
played
what always
Last Light a
happened to
little.
me.
And
I would play Metro a little, but then I would fall off of it.
but this one is beautiful, man. Like,
Oh,
holy crap! So yeah, I want
Scorpio, man.
to check it out. Fuck the Scorpio. It's gonna be available on Windows 10, right? I'll just
Yeah,
use
probably.
my PC.
I think
Okay.
everything is.
Yeah, I think the Metro games actually. I think they mostly played on PC.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're
You're right.
all on
Yep.
PC.
I played 2033 and Last Light on PS4. I want to say.
Plus, those games go cheap real quick, so I wouldn't even. I would wait for it to go lower in price. Is all I'm gonna say. Because those Metro
definitely,
games
yeah.
go cheap pretty quick. I
Well,
think
yeah.
They're not bad games either.
for a while you could buy the bundle of 2033 and Last Light remastered for like $20.
All right, you're right then, because I did buy that for $20, and
That's
that's how I
probably
played
what I
both
bought
of
it
them. Yeah. So, but no, Nintendo. Once, man, I can't wait. Once we get to Nintendo's gonna keep me busy for
Oh,
a very long time.
we'll get to Nintendo because
Ah.
also that might have been my favorite show. But I do want to mention Sea of Thieves.
Yes,
Okay.
let's talk about
That game sounds pretty dope, and looks pretty dope.
Well, I thought it looked pretty dope last year when they showed it.
Yeah, but now I liked how we got a full-blown demo instead of just, here's some streamers playing it. We got like a rundown of, here's what you're doing. Here's
Right.
the minute-to-minute gameplay of what
So
you're doing.
I have like early access to that game.
Oh, really?
Yes, but
Oh,
one
wow.
I can't record it, so it won't be up on the channel because NDAs or
Yes.
whatever.
Are real.
But more specifically to that point, I've never actually played it because every weekend that's come up for me to actually get in and play, it's been broken,
Huh, that makes sense.
or like the servers get too overloaded or something.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah,
So-
I mean, people are nuts for that game. I think
Right,
people are
they're-
nuts for pirate
Right,
games in
right.
general.
Well, I would agree.
I always really wanted a good pirate game, and there's 2 this year that, like, Sea of Thieves, and then there's something later on
Skull
Yeah.
and Bones, yeah,
that I have written down.
Skull and Bones.
Skull
Pretty
and Bones.
I just don't know about it. I have things to say, but Sea of Thieves, I'm worried about because, I mean, if we get together and play it together,
Yeah.
it might be fun.
Yeah.
But it's something I can't play alone.
Right. Solo, it wouldn't be enjoyable.
Right.
But that being said, I'm concerned that Sea of Thieves got hit by another game that came out on PC that beat it to market, basically, which was called like Black Wake or something like that. It's the same thing. It's the same exact concept, except it's done to more realistic pirate ships, sort of like Skull and Bones. And then where I lose it on Skull and Bones is you're not actually the pirate; you're the ship. You're just a ship, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Where
It's just kind of lame.
There's some stuff where didn't you dock the other ship at some point?
I guess you could board a ship.
You know,
I
I
don't know
don't
how
think
that gameplay's gonna be.
I don't think you necessarily boarded. What I saw from the demo is that you go to board the ship, quotations over the board, and you just when you
Oh, it's a cutscene.
well, no, you use. I think they use that ship you boarded to fix your ship.
But what happens with the people on it? Like, do you play as them,
I think
or
they
are they
just-
just NPCs that just go and do the work for you?
Yeah, you're just NPCs that go and do the work for you. They just
Alright.
melt. I guess they just melt when you board their ship.
That's weird, but hey, I don't know.
It's true. We also don't know
if we
too
need
much
that game.
about it.
I don't know
We've
if the
only
world
seen
needs that
this
game.
much.
Yeah, a game like that. To be honest, I mean, Sea of Thieves is. Plus, I like the art style of Sea of Thieves a whole lot
Yeah.
more. But it just looks like there's way more to do. Where you're actually controlling a person. Like John said, you're not actually just a ship. And
It seems more jolly.
It's like
I like
Guns
the
of Icarus.
skeletons.
that's a good way to put it.
Guns of Icarus, like you're flying an airship and you have a whole crew. I like the element of that because everybody has a role on the ship and you have to be doing that to keep the ship functional. And then when you get into a situation, you all have to work as a team to try and, fire all the cannons on this side of the ship, fire all cannons on that side of the ship, repair the thing before you sink. I don't know. I just think that
seems
kind
like
of activity.
What Sea of Thieves is going for.
Right, yeah, that seems like the kind of activity that would be fun to play. And being a pirate on one ship with all your friends seems way more fun than you and your friends all being in a bunch of boats separate.
Right.
I don't know. But hey, it might be for somebody.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high streamed game, I believe. But
If anything, too, I have my money on Skull and Bones coming out way before Sea of Thieves comes out.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, it's early. And Sea of Thieves is from the director, not the director, I guess, but I don't know who he was. But there was somebody working on it that said that it's still very early on.
I mean, it's
Do not
rare.
really expect a release
Rare
anytime
always-
soon.
Rare always releases polished games, so game's
Yeah.
not going to come out till they're ready for it to come out. But
Also, yeah, it's Rare. I kind of forgot about that. It's nice to see Rare doing something other than avatars.
yeah, it's good that they
The-
broke away from that.
I want to talk about Dragon Ball, which is something I never thought I'd say.
That game
That happened during Microsoft.
looks like
I have it written down here as the new hotness.
it looks amazing, and I'm still not sure if it's going to be playable on PC or other consoles. I really hope it is because I really want to play that
It's gonna
game.
be
But
on
if
PC.
But if it doesn't come out for anything but Xbox, I will not be playing that game. But
I don't
yeah,
think they would limit it like that.
Yeah, I don't think they would either. I'm fairly confident
Would
that's going to
hope
be
not.
on everything except maybe PC. Like it'll definitely be PlayStation and Xbox.
That,
It's
They
an Arc system, so
They didn't
or
attach any
Arc system, so
exclusivity.
it might. It's probably going to come to PC. Like
That
Guilty
art
Gear's coming to
style
PC.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's
Holy
pretty
crap.
got that Guilty Gear fucking type art style too, which is great.
It looks
It
better
slows
than
down
the
to,
anime.
like, 30 frames or something during like the cutscenes to pull back to make it seem more like anime, but then the fight is actually 60.
Isn't the fighting also? Isn't the fighting like 2D, but the models are actually 3D?
Yeah. So like the camera will like spin, or like when you do a super or something, it slows down to 30 frames and the camera fucking turns and shows the model. It's pretty great.
That game's going to be it's just going to be absurd. There's going to be so much shit happening.
I'm
on
probably
the
going to be
screen.
bad at it, but I'm excited for it.
Man, I don't give a hell.
I don't know how true this is. I've only heard from other people who played like the Guilty Gear games. Only 2 people, so it's not even like a dense crowd. But I've heard that there are balancing issues to that game, where there are certain characters that are definitely obviously more powerful. And when you look at something like Dragon Ball, there are obviously some contenders there that could be overpowered. You know,
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing I like about Dragon Ball, though. Everybody's overpowered.
right? But I'm saying there's some obvious people that'll be too overpowered, way more than like someone else. Is all I'm saying.
It definitely looks like they're trying to bring us into the esport game there.
It's probably gonna be pretty big at Evo. It already has a lot of people in that scene talking.
Definitely a game I'm looking forward to. I really want to give it a shot.
Right. And I know nothing about Dragon Ball.
But
that's where I am. Is like, I mean, the Xenoverse games came out, and I stand by. I think they look cool, and I like it conceptually. But I'm not really as into Dragon Ball as most people. So
it's been a long time. I haven't seen any of the new Dragon Ball stuff that they've been releasing. I think it's called Dragon Ball Super or something like that. But I have seen all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
You're the Dragon Ball expert.
I wouldn't call myself an expert.
Sure you are. Expert? Shut up.
You've watched it?
Damn it! What was that, John?
I don't know. It's just, I probably won't play it. I will probably watch it and enjoy it very much.
Me and
'Cause it looks
Christian will play it.
I
looks good.
definitely fucking mashing some buttons when that game comes out.
Oh yeah, clickety clack.
Clickety clack clack.
Clack 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 clack.
What else? What else do we have here?
Yeah, you
What
guys
else?
have anything else from Microsoft?
Yes. About some let's just wait till Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I
was
have
gonna
a
say
lot more
something.
stuff for Ubisoft. So
Yeah, we'll wait for Ubisoft for Assassins. Isn't that what's next anyway?
Next is we can squeeze Bethesda in there, but not a lot of stuff
there's
happens.
basically nothing.
No.
I mean, Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein 2.
there is
Wolfenstein
something
2.
that you don't have on this docket. And I'd like to start with that if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, from Bethesda.
Yeah, they announced the special Skyrim edition coming to Switch.
All right, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about
and-
that.
I'll probably end up buying it. I
Well,
just didn't put it on there because Ryan.
the one thing first I have to say, towards the end of the conference, before they put the last thing up on the screen for us to watch, they said everything that was shown here on this stage comes out this year, which I'm really psyched about.
That
But
was cool about their conference.
they never gave a release date for Skyrim Switch. So we have to assume that it's going to come out by the end of the year, but we still don't have a firm release
Isn't
date.
there
And
a
I may
release
be
date for it?
wrong. I don't remember seeing one. I don't remember hearing one. Pretty sure I looked around a little and I couldn't find one. But what they're adding is some amiibo support, so that you can. I think you scan some amiibos in. I'm sure you'll get some cool garbage to play around with.
Yeah, you get like the Master Sword and the Link outfit.
Yeah, and I have that specific amiibo they linked in the video to get that stuff. I'm assuming you scan that amiibo and you get the Master Sword and the suit and all that stuff. But if they're smart, they'll probably make you scan multiple amiibos to get everything. But yeah, I mean, it just looks like more Skyrim. I don't like how there's no release date on that, because they said that was coming out when
Right.
they announced the Switch, and the Switch has been out for a little over a year now.
Well, technically,
think-
this is the first time they've actually officially announced that it was coming out.
No, that's not true.
They showed it, but they never. They actually Todd
Well, I
Howard
think earlier
came
in
out
the
and
year
said
they
that
confirmed.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
the
actually coming
Bethesda-
out.
Bethesda came out and said that they were indeed developing a Skyrim for the Switch. And that happened a little after its release, or it may be on the release. I do remember seeing him up on the stage saying that they are developing it, and they'll have more news to come.
Either way,
Holiday 2017.
Right.
I'm getting.
There's no actual date.
So holiday. Still
yeah.
this year.
The amiibo thing looked like a mod. Like when they added it, and
Yeah.
I think that was the only thing I took away from the Bethesda conference was like the cool new modding thing that they're doing, where everybody can basically modders can get supported in a different way. And I think that'd be nice, I guess. We'll see more cool, bigger mods.
I don't know enough about that scene.
Now,
To
Travis,
say them.
let's talk about what you really want to talk about from Bethesda.
The only important thing in the
Yeah.
entire weekend. No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just kidding. Wolfenstein 2 is amazing and it looks crazy good. It looks so good.
It does look good.
That guy
It
was
does look
tripping
good.
balls.
That part was hilarious.
It was a Nazi in America.
Amazing. It's stupid how good the story of that first game was, and I'm so glad they're just gonna wrap it right back around. They're trying for 3 games too, so go out and buy this when it comes out. That's all I really have to say. The trailer was great. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
I like the style of like hand-drawn animation over top of something. Like toward the end of Deadpool, they did that weird little unicorn bit when he was stabbed in the head.
Yeah.
At the end of that trailer, they showed that little bit where the animation was happening. Because I don't know, I just think that style's really cool, and I'd like to see that used more often.
He did say that
media.
That character was gonna be that's a thing for that character, so that stuff is gonna show up a little bit more too than just that. That's all I really have to say about Wolf. There's not too much to say about Wolfenstein 2 other than fuck yeah, it's happening. Sweet.
Yeah. And then Doom VR, which I think is gonna make people throw up a whole lot.
Basically,
Seems
all of their
alright.
games VR, you know? Fallout.
It was like a newer
Skyrim.
thing. It's not a straight up port. But
Well, Fallout, I think will be all right because Fallout you can take at your own pace.
I guess, yeah.
But Doom is just super fast.
they
Like, I don't-
definitely aren't just. It's a lot slower because the movement mechanic is point and teleport, and then shoot. So they change it up in that way, and it's not like the levels from Doom. It's a completely separate thing with built levels and shit.
But at the end of the day, it's something that they didn't have to do that they're doing for their fans. So yeah,
They're also
I don't-
experimenting with VR, and I'm not against people doing that because I'm not against the technology. I just think they kind of got rushed to market a little bit. But Phil Spencer actually he has a lot of good ideas about how VR should be handled and how it should be. That he basically explains why Microsoft's not in the VR game, but you can find that somewhere if you want.
I guess Evil Within 2, I'm sure there are people who want that.
Oh yeah, that was
I
up to you.
forgot about Evil Within 2. I played the first one. I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, me neither. It was weird.
It was weird.
It was
But
weird.
some people are excited. It got
Confirmed
some
weird.
people.
This one looks a lot more like there's a lot more weird shit happening.
Are we already out of Microsoft?
Yeah. Well,
Can I
we
get back
can
in
go
there
back.
real quick?
Oh, we
Just
didn't go back. We dive back into Microsoft real quick. Fuck
Tiny
it.
little. Well, technically, we could talk about Minecraft as well, but that's beside the point. Cuphead. Man, I think that game
Oh yeah.
might make it out this year. Might.
It
might
might.
I
be a
think that's
chance.
why I forgot about it. Because
Like-
part of me is like, yes,
They
it's
should-
coming out. They know they got a release date. It's coming out.
Actually,
I'm
it does
nervous.
have a release date, $20. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Release
I'm
date $20,
nervous still,
September
though.
29th.
And at $20 price tag too. After
Right.
all this time.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of work that probably went into that game definitely deserves, I think, a little more than $20, but I'm sure they'll make money on that $20.
I don't
price
think
tag.
I've ever seen a more beautiful looking game than that one.
And it'll be available on Steam.
So gorgeous.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't even have to have an Xbox for that.
Good looking. Oh,
You guys want to
Oh.
talk about Minecraft? We don't have to, but
I mean, we might get into it later when we bring up Rocket League because we got into that whole thing earlier.
yeah.
all right, yeah, we can wait on it. We'll wait on it.
Well, I think Bethesda's just about done.
Yeah, I think that it wasn't much to Bethesda. It normally usually isn't.
They had that weird Dishonored game that might or might
Yeah.
not be a Dishonored.
Like
I
a
don't know.
offshoot of Dishonored.
Yeah.
Fine. People like Dishonored. I didn't play any of them, so I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I didn't play it, so I can't really speak on it.
Right.
It looks cool though. I always wanted to play it. There was just other stuff around it that was coming out that just kind of got my attention. Just bad timing.
What is
Oh.
Blade Strangers? Did I
Blade
miss that?
Strangers.
Apparently, it's a new fighter for the Switch, PS4, and PC.
Huh.
I have no idea who's
I
making
missed
it.
I missed that as well.
I think it was announced from Bethesda.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bethesda making a fighter?
I don't know. It says Switch, PS4, and PC. Then there's also Serious Sam Bogus Detour. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember much about what it was.
Was that the top-down stuff from Devolver?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of Devolver, that was right after the Bethesda one, and I kind of want to talk about it.
Oh, right, yeah, they were showcased, but yeah. Serious Sam was Devolver.
It was a strange press conference. It's weird that they put this out as advertised it as
like a conference. Yeah, that was weird.
Well, from what I understand, if you have money, anyone can have a press conference.
Is that
At
the thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we can have a press conference if you pay up.
We're gonna bundle up some money. We're gonna have a press conference next year, guys. It's gonna be great. Everyone will love it.
The Devolver Digital press conference was cool. I found it funny. It also came out at like 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good.
It was good. A good way to end the night.
Confusing.
It was a lot confusing, but I mean, it made me laugh a bit, especially when she started to bleed out of her nose uncontrollably.
Check a look.
Check a look. That's I can't deny that the comedy in Check a Look.
That's the only thing.
I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, it was.
Check a look.
Check a
It
look.
was good. And I don't know if the games that they showed are real games or not, because that didn't seem like a real conference. But
they're definitely real games.
Which is why I say it just confused me, but I kind of needed it at that point in time, so it was alright.
I thought it was funny. It's later on that I started to think about it more.
Apparently, Blade Strangers is an indie. Apparently, Blade Strangers is like a indie game character versus thing.
Oh. It's not Bethesda? Or is it published by Bethesda or some shit?
Alright, where are we heading to next? What's after Bethesda and Devolver?
Oh.
The softest of movies?
Oh yeah, I forgot what page I was on. Ubisoft maybe had one of the best conferences.
They did.
I mean, to me, I say so. I think Ubisoft really was the most exciting, different, the least vanilla, if you will.
Yeah, they came out with started out strong with Mario and Rabbids.
Man, I cannot wait for that game comes out.
Nobody's seen it coming.
No,
I mean, everybody saw it coming.
Everybody did see it coming, but we saw the game style, the gameplay of it.
People were saying strategic RPG. Oh, that'll be neat. A Mario RPG. That won't be that bad. Remember Mario RPG?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I do. I remember. I love it.
And then they're like, "Hey, we made an XCOM game."
Yeah. What a way to go!
Fucking rad.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming, and they did it in such an interesting Mario Rabbids kind of way.
Right, there's care put into it. It's not just shit out.
I
I like when they cut to the one dude and he was kind of tearing up, just yeah, I'm really proud of this Mario game I got to make that I possibly would have never been able to make.
Man, one thing I have to say about that is that dude got blasted on Twitter. That this man, he was crying, happy tears. I'm pretty sure he was the
got blasted on Twitter?
Yeah, he's the lead game designer on that amazing, because he was crying.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Because they're fucking idiots, yo. It's he has I don't know, man.
The dude worked on a Mario game. He never thought he probably... Oh, I'm upset about this, Twitter.
Yeah, me too, I was too. I don't tweet much, but I definitely...
so happy to see that fucking game up there.
Definitely
and to see Miyamoto yeah, I like this game, it's good.
Actually, the best part of Miyamoto was yeah, I told them to make a game where Mario doesn't jump because that's my shit.
Yeah. But
ate my fucking style.
Now Mario
and then they jump anyway.
has a gun. Yeah, they totally do jump.
He doesn't have a gun, he's got a blaster.
He does, it is a The thing is, he shoots a fireball, which kind of annoyed me. Because he already shoots fireballs.
I mean, he could have just flicked it out of his nose like he usually does.
He could have done the usual weird
when's the last time he went to the Rabid universe?
There is context for Rabbids.
True.
Didn't it go to Mushroom Kingdom?
There's some sort of weird dimension shit happening where rabbits ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom and everything got all fucked up and changed.
Well, no, because there's rabbit tubes. So
yeah, everything got all fucked up and changed.
I think their homes fuse together and throughout the
game.
game.
Like a convergence.
Yes.
In a way, but also I just always thought of the rabbit's world as our world.
I actually just thought of a thing as Ryan also thought of it. He's just messaged me it. What if there's like a Rabbids cameo type universe that happens in Odyssey?
Why not?
Why not, right? Like
so
that game
cool.
seems to be in different worlds and dimensions. It'd be really neat to see.
I'd be all for that.
At least an Easter egg, right? Like at least, hey, this did happen. It wasn't just a fever dream. It really did happen.
Great. It would be great if there was just a whole lot. I imagine Odyssey right now as this amazing, like, can't exist game.
Whoa. We're not there yet.
Thousands of kingdoms.
Yeah, we're not there.
Alright. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Calm down.
Excited for Mario.
Put it back in the pants.
The Crew 2? Better?
The Crew 2. Yeah, it looks a little better. I played
better than the Crew 1?
Airplanes.
I played the first Crew for a little. Yeah, airplanes. Tell me about it. You can drive just about anything in that game.
King of all motorsports?
King of all motorsports.
Are there people? Are there human beings?
Yeah, because you have to be the king of motorsports.
I just don't... Basically, my thing with driving games is, at what point isn't it GTA? See, in GTA, you can get out of your car and go get another car. In this game, you have to go to a garage and then magically become another car. I just don't... I don't know. It's my least favorite thing about racing games. Yeah, there really is a disconnect. And yeah, get into an airplane? And if you're a motorcycle, do you have just like a weird robot humanoid on your back? I don't know. It's all confusing.
You're a big fan of what was it? Shit, the new Driver that came out at one point. Was it Driver where you hopped from car to car?
Oh
like
god!
You were a spirit that possessed people in cars or something.
At least it's something. At least it's better than just go to garage, become other car. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with that.
It wasn't a bad game either. It was a good game. It was just a ridiculous concept. I think it was one of the Driver games that came out.
Fractured Butthole.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Fractured Butthole.
There's nothing else to say other than like as long as it's more and like better than the previous one, it's gonna be great.
Yep. Yeah. It's kind of like Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
yeah.
Be good.
But the bigger surprise was the Phone Destroyer.
Yeah,
that
was pretty neat.
That was ironic.
And I'm
fun.
Kind of.
I hope it's packed with microtransactions.
I'm kind of excited.
But at the same time, I feel like the South Park, like, they're gonna do it well. Like, even if there's gonna be loads of like microtransactions and in-game purchases, it's gonna be done in a probably hilarious way.
Right. But I still want it to be packed with microtransactions. This was like $1,000 for this dumb thing. I don't know if they would actually be able to do that. Because then
no, because people can accidentally purchase them and then it'd be bad.
It'd be funny if it was like a fake one, though. Like, you hit it and be like, no, they couldn't let us do it. There's a joke there. I don't know. I'm not Matt and Trey Parker.
I guess we can talk about Skull and Bones real quick now that we're actually in its place.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones talk?
I feel like I said most of the things I had.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of feel like we covered everything we're gonna cover, but yeah, more pirate games where you play as a ship and you get your friends who plays as ships too, and you kill other ships.
The thing that I like about that though is that I am just the ship, so I can focus on being a pirate and then go into a trading post and trading my silks and whatnot, and I can make money, and I can go out, and I can do more pirating.
You just do that in real life,
like the part of Black Flag...
We just become pirates right now.
The part of Black Flag I didn't like was when I had to get off the ship and be an assassin.
And that's the thing. I think it's just the in-ship part of Black Flag.
Yeah, I hope it's a little more detailed than that, but I kind of want that.
It kind of seems like they did. It's kind of like they took the ship... They took the ship parts out of Assassin's Creed and made it look better, and then made it into a game.
Yeah,
but it's also hard to believe that's all that's in it too. So this is the first time we've ever seen it. And I do know there's going to be trading posts in it. They did mention that. I don't know if they mentioned it in the presentation or in a show I saw afterwards. But
Oh god.
a lot of information flying around.
Do we have to talk about Starlink? I feel like we got to at least touch on it, right?
Do we? Because I have no idea what Starlink is.
That's the one
I
where you
forgot.
gotta
What is
build
it?
the weird spaceships on your controller.
Oh, why? Yeah, I remember. Why?
I actually
Just
really
don't.
like.
Yeah, but why? You know how much heavier that's going to make your controller? It's going to be so hard to play games.
Plus, on most of them, it seems like it's in the center, which is just gonna get really annoying.
Well, if they
in
build
most
it
cases.
Why couldn't they make it like Lego Dimensions or something where they
Right,
have
something
it's like
not
a portal
on
or
the controller.
yeah, like I wouldn't mind like it's not
You're not wrong.
it's
I
not the
think the
design of the game or the fact that you have to buy like little figures and make ships. It's the fact that
That's cool.
you've got to attach it to your fucking controller. Like I saw it, it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
That controller's small already, and you're gonna want to put a bunch of crap on it.
There might be a stand for it.
I hope there is. If there's a stand for
I'm
it,
pretty sure
then
they showed a stand, and at like the end of that trailer, I think they showed it on a
yes.
controller and on a stand too.
Yes, but the stand doesn't connect it to the game. It has to be on the controller to connect to the game.
see, that's dumb.
Right, I agree. That is dumb.
But if
I
they
mean,
watch the weight of it and maybe not make them too big, it might work.
Because they
I
kind
know
of
Maybe the
look,
perspective was off in that
they kind
trailer.
of just look like big Lego pieces, which
Yeah.
Legos aren't very heavy either way. But still, I mean, what happens if with my big ass fucking thumbs I bump it and it fucking falls apart, and now
It's
does
just,
my
just
ship
exit the game.
or does it just fall apart in the game?
Yeah, I
That'd be
don't know.
pretty funny too.
It would be
That would
pretty
actually
funny.
be pretty funny.
I thought it looked best on the Switch because it seems like on the controller. I don't know. I've never held one in my hands, but it looked like there was more space there for the thing to actually exist, or like it was leaning forward more off the controller. Whereas I saw the one on the PlayStation, it's like dead center of your controller, and if it gets too big, your analog sticks are going to get really frustrating to be moving around and navigating.
Man,
Oh,
it's
it's
just
interesting at the very least, though.
I guess.
it's already getting hard to travel around with my Switch. Now I'm gonna need to bring a bunch of figurines and shit. I'm gonna need a suitcase to bring my Switch around in soon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Local
you're gonna have to
games.
buy the Nintendo branded, the Breath of the Wild branded suitcase for your Switch.
No joke. There's already a suitcase out for it, and it's like $40, and I almost bought it this weekend.
Almost bought it.
I did.
I don't imagine we'll talk about this one much, but I'll say one thing. Steep, I guess that game with snowboarding and skiing and all that. They're doing the only thing they could have to continue that game's life, which is go to the Winter Olympics, which will be coming up, I think, this year. Well, this next coming year.
Is that a whole other game, or
Things to
just?
say about it.
I think it's just an expansion.
Yeah, I think it's just an expansion as well. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
pretty
just
much all we had to say about that.
Yeah, there was nothing. It's the conclusion that was going to be made.
How you guys feeling on
It seemed-
Far Cry 5?
It's my most
Far Cry
anticipated
5.
game.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Easily, yeah. I cannot wait for February.
Okay.
I really am interested in Far Cry 5 because it seems like more Far Cry, and that's exactly what I want.
I see that in your notes here. You say no more tower mechanic. Is that confirmed?
Tower mechanic.
Yeah, I think they confirmed that there's not going to be any tower climbing.
You don't climb a
maybe not.
tower and activate the map.
Right.
Which
So
is
how is the
great
map
because that was
gonna
the
be
one
activated?
complaint everyone had.
It'll probably be still some kind of like area. Like if you unlock this area, it opens up portions of the map. Like if you maybe, I don't know, free it from the religious
Yeah, there's
nuts.
probably something.
All right.
It
I
seems.
mean, I don't mind it. It's just another Far Cry.
I never minded them any, like, really, but that was, like, the one thing that people hung on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, alright, well, they took it out, so you have no reason to not play Far Cry at this point.
The way I see it is maybe there will be different regions all held by different sins, and you'll have to take out the boss of that area. That'll be like the gameplay. Each region will have one sin, and then there'll be like some boss that's like super about making sure that sin's not dealt with in a weird way. And then you'll kill him
That'd be
in some
cool.
ironic way where he has to do that sin, or you'll just kill him by shooting him. I don't know. I'm just really
They
excited.
should have
'cause
waited till Far Cry 7.
Yeah, that would have made. Oh man. That would have been good. They should have. But I think the religious like nuts is a really decent angle for a Far Cry game
because I like that it's in Montana.
Right, the villains in that game are always so good, and so it's gonna be really good to kill these kind of people. I think,
always
personally.
like how cartoonish they were, like Voss and then Troy Baker from 4. I can't remember his name. I remember Voss though.
Pagan Min. Yeah. Pagan Min, yeah.
He was great.
Man.
Their villains are
They're good characters. They're good. I don't know about Primal. I don't know what Primal is about.
Oh yeah, that's the one I didn't play. I always wanted to. I might still play that at some point. Maybe I'll play it for the channel.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I think, but Far Cry 5, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I just want that
more
game.
Far Cry, and I want more Far Cry in a more interesting setting.
Interesting to the series, not interesting. Like, don't go to Montana. It's a garbage place.
Right. But like more interesting that they could have easily went back to here's a mysterious island from a mysterious country.
They could have gone somewhere extravagant like the Himalayas, but no.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute! Why don't we just chill in America? Where's a state where nothing happens? Montana? Okay. No offense to people from Montana.
I mean,
we're in Pennsylvania, so
they'll be offended or they won't be. Who cares?
I mean, there's going to be offended people. People are going to be offended, no matter what. They're stupid.
All right, up next, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I have things to say about it. I'm sure you guys do too.
I like this. I like that cinematic trailer they put out. I thought it was fun. I like to cuss, so I was okay with the cussing monkey. I cuss a whole lot. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of fun. And then when they came out and said it's going to be an RPG, I'm all in. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just had some reservations about it. I also did not like the cussing monkey because I'm uptight and I don't like swearing. I thought the cussing monkey was fine, but then he kept doing it, and it felt like a crutch for the script at times, where it's just like he's swearing just to swear. Like he's swearing to be edgy. It seemed like that's what it was at some time.
I kind of feel like that's part of his personality. Like that's just how he is.
Right.
Those dirty Aussies cuss a lot.
There's also like just showing a CG trailer made me a little bit weird.
The universe looks cool though.
It does.
Yeah. And that's what I think if you have a solid like universe and decent characters, I think you can get by pretty well.
A new challenger comes.
More to the point, though, they didn't show anything that looked like a Beyond Good and Evil game in that entire trailer.
Well, what do you mean? Because I'm gonna be honest. I've never played Beyond Good and Evil 1.
So my understanding of Beyond Good and Evil is a game where people really identified with the character of Jade. She was like a photographer. She was covering this weird conspiracy with this pig government. And it was not like an open world RPG. And
it was semi-open world from what I understand. Like not open world, but it was hubs, right?
That doesn't sound like I think it is a hub thing, kind of like that game with the robots.
Game what with the robots? That's a lot of them.
Not that robot game. The other one, obviously.
There's a million.
Deus Ex, Jesus.
Deus Ex. Okay. Oh. Well,
I
haven't seen much of that game though.
I don't see why that can't fit the mold of an RPG though. Basically, any genre that exists could transform into an RPG with little to no effort.
Except for maybe was an RPG. It was more of an action RPG.
This feels more like a modernized version of what that game was.
And that's okay.
Maybe not. Yes, typically, but it feels like it's modernized in a bad way.
Where they were like, hey, here's a bunch of popular things. We can put them into this thing that people like.
Well, it's specifically in a way where I'm like, that fan base has wanted something very specific for a really long time, and they've been teased about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a problem
made
for them.
Fun of.
And Michel Ancel said, I think, something to the effect of it was like, he basically lied and was like, it's not going to be there, I promise it's not going to be there. And then it's here, and I don't think it's what anyone was expecting.
It's a prequel. Like, no, I don't know of any fans of the first Beyond Good and Evil that wanted a prequel to it. They wanted to see Jade, and they wanted to see,
Well,
what's his face?
how many people wanted a prequel to Star Wars?
Well,
They wanted
how'd that go?
more Star Wars. They didn't say they wanted a prequel, but we got it anyway. We didn't have a choice in the matter,
Right.
just like I assume they don't have a choice in the matter.
But
They're
if it
gonna
goes as
either-
well as those did,
they're either gonna get a Phantom Menace or they're gonna get a Force Awakening. It's hard to
if
say.
that wasn't a prequel, though.
I'm just saying, you're gonna get one of two options, is all.
Maybe they have to
It's-
get their Phantom Menace before they can get their Force Awakening.
Darth Maul happened.
Hey, look, Beyond Good and Evil 3.
Yeah.
That'll be announced 2032.
I don't want to be too negative on it, but that was my impression of.
I'm
like,
not even
it made me
necessarily-
worried about CG trailers. Made me nervous.
I'm not even necessarily nervous so much as I am like confused and maybe not
Also,
even
yeah,
that
what
as
is
much
that
as
game?
like disappointed. Like I feel like the only way I see this being the solution they went with is like maybe they think, and maybe they're right because the game could totally be fine. It could be great. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not out. We haven't really seen any gameplay from it, so we don't really know. But
Very rough gameplay.
in my mind, it kind of seems the avenue they're going down here is to make the game more accessible or make it appeal to a wider audience. And therefore, you get people to actually buy it and reinvest in the Beyond Good and Evil brand, and then maybe you can use that momentum to make the game you wanted to make fucking 10 years ago and make the sequel to Beyond Good and Evil that people want.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see another remaster or definitive edition of Beyond Good and Evil come to the newer consoles.
I could see that.
Yeah, it kind of makes
and it
sense.
wouldn't be that hard, really, probably. Right?
I don't
Put it
know.
on a Switch.
That was an original Xbox game, right? Or was that a PS2 game? It was a PS2 game.
It was on both.
Was it on both?
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, I think we've talked. Yeah,
Putting it on Switch would be interesting, though.
anything on Switch.
I was gonna say anything on Switch is interesting.
Literally any game on Switch.
I'm just thinking about it more.
How many copies of Bomberman do they sell?
Oh, you shouldn't have sold any.
I'll eventually buy that game just because there'll be nothing else left to buy.
There'll be plenty to
Running out
buy.
of
Just
titles.
hold on. We'll get to Nintendo. First, we gotta get through Sony.
Oh
Well, I
boy.
got to. I'm excited for a lot of things in Sony.
Yeah, Sony was alright. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like
Uncharted.
that's true, but for whatever reason, unlike
Probably-
the other conferences, I'm not left with any like
Big
long-lasting.
takeaways.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of what they announced. I
I
remember
have a
Uncharted.
God of War.
It's
God
mainly
of War.
it's mainly because I think we didn't see much new stuff. Now we did see, like what I mean is we didn't see many new games announced. What we saw was a lot of stuff from last year's that they announced last year. We got to see
It's just
this
further
year.
along.
Right. So like it doesn't seem like a lot happened, but it did. Like for instance, the Uncharted. I'm not big into Uncharted, but I know a person that is. Travis, how are you feeling about this game?
It's still a 10. They're still releasing 10s over there at Naughty Dog. Pretty much going to be a perfect game because it's made by Naughty Dog. I mean, that's
I want to see that on the box. Like before the game comes out, still 10.
Still a 10. Travis Crane, the Android's Dungeon.
Like,
That's right.
I still
Don't
have
worry,
it.
you guys can have that quote on that box for free.
Yeah,
I just
free.
want to see it
I
there.
don't care.
There's not too much you can say about Uncharted. I'll be honest. I'm probably the only one super interested into. Oh my god, super
Right?
into it.
So into it, tongue tied,
Yeah, I
10
fucking
tied.
love Naughty Dog. Anything they do is just perfect.
That
But
kind of gold for you.
I understand why people. Yeah, it's nice that it's a $30 title. It's not Nathan Drake.
it's
It's
$30.
completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a
it's-
full price game, but it should be.
But it is. Well, that's weird because it
It's-
is a full game though, right?
It is
Yeah.
a full game, yeah. It's gonna be like
But
what,
they-
6 to 8 hour campaign or something like that.
Yeah, it's at least 6, if not more, because they said
Yeah,
it
I
was
was told 8
longer
to 10.
than.
And that's coming out pretty soon, right? Like 2 months out?
Yeah,
August
it said it was
22nd?
longer than the Last of Us DLC, but it was shorter than Uncharted 4. I think is what.
I'd hope so. I mean, if they're charging half the price, not that matters should
That's
matter
a
for
big
anything, but
window,
it kind of.
Well, they're also bolting on the Uncharted 4 multiplayer too, right? That's just Just
Yeah,
shipping
that's
it
just there.
what was that game? ODST? All Out ODST?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, actually. But that's neat, though. Uncharted's Uncharted. It's gonna be
Old Man
great.
Kronos. Old Man
Old
Kronos.
Man Kronos.
There's also there's a game coming out that I've never played before, but I'm actually really interested in giving a shot now that it's
Oh yeah,
coming to
Wanna talk
PS4.
that Monster Hunter game.
That Monster Hunter game.
It looks fucking rad.
It does look rad.
And I know me
uh,
and Ryan kind of had the same holdups with Monster Hunter, where it was just kind of not available to us.
Yeah, what you mean to say is our holdup was they only put it on the 3DS.
Right,
correct.
yeah.
And then eventually released that Wii U port of a 3DS game, which I don't want to fucking play a Wii U port of a fucking 3DS
Correct.
game.
I don't want to either.
Now, Ryan, you don't have to.
I know.
It's grappling hook.
And I was even willing to be like, I'll buy a Switch to play a Monster Hunter game, but I don't even have to do that.
Nope.
Yeah.
They just put it on a fucking Sony platform. I mean, that was not expected, but I'm super appreciative of it. That trailer looked fake as fuck, but
From what people have been saying about it, who have actually seen it and played it, that trailer was not a joke.
I hope that trailer was not a joke, because if that's the way that game plays, I'm super excited. That looks pretty fucking rad.
There's a story I heard of the demo that they showed behind closed doors where you're like following tracks and you're doing Monster Hunter shit.
That's kind of crazy.
And it's like way in depth too. I can't wait to play a Monster Hunter game because I always heard how in depth they were, but now I get to actually know because I can play. It also looks way better than any other Monster Hunter game I've seen.
That's true, yes.
A lot nicer. Very pretty.
It gives me hope that that will be what the Monster Hunter looks like in MVCI. Since he is confirmed for that. I guess he's not confirmed. Is he confirmed? Is that leak confirmed? I guess not.
No, I don't think so.
Not totally.
Old Man Poseidon.
John really wants to talk about God of War, obviously.
What's God of War?
Yeah.
What is God?
I do
it's a
wanna
video
talk
game.
about God of War.
David Jaffe. He had a hotline you could call. God of
Well,
War 2.
forget about Forget about David Jaffe.
Giraffe.
Just like everybody else did.
Gaffy.
Oh, damn.
God of
Wow.
War. Kratos, scathing.
Yeah, well, John to Death was garbage.
He deserves it. God of War. Kratos, now played by Teal'c.
Who?
Is that true?
Teal'c.
You texted me that. I didn't look into it.
I think it's true. He sounds exactly
I
like
can't remember that guy's name. Oh,
I
I'm
can't
gonna
either.
research this directly, but continue.
But the trailer, I loved that trailer. It was amazing, actually. Like, way better than I ever thought it would be. John, you have some thoughts on it.
I don't.
What did you think about it?
I mean, again, it feels like the year of taking an old formula and changing it up into something that's cool now, such as Logan, right? Logan did really well. So taking a character
you're talking about, like,
similar
the
to
kid
that.
dynamic.
Yeah. Well, just seeing a character that you played as for so many years as just a solo awesome person, or in Wolverine's case, you watched, and then seeing them having to be old and elderly and having a child that is young, it's an interesting dynamic, and I think...
I don't know if he's old at this point. I don't know.
Got a
if
beard.
He's got a
It means he's
beard.
old.
That's the universal signifier.
Universal
yeah,
sign of
you're
being
not
old
wrong.
is a beard.
Maybe,
But
I
also,
don't
it's
know.
Norse mythology, so... of
Maybe he
course
grew
it's
the
gotta be.
beard while he was raising a son, as a person with 4 kids.
Wait. Are you suggesting that because he switched mythologies, he was forced to grow a beard?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Oh,
Is that a
man.
thing that
Why
happens?
not? Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I don't know how this fucking crazy God of War universe works.
What
I
That's
thought
the
it
mythology?
was
crazy
something-
thing about it.
This is clearly a continuation.
Yeah, it's
This
the
trailer-
same Kratos.
Proves without a doubt that it's the same Kratos. So, are they suggesting that you just like different geographies just straight up have different gods? Because
I think?
it's implied in God of War 1 through 3 that the gods that are there created the known world
That's what I
in
find
the
so
way that
interesting
they
about
do
it, though.
in Greek mythology. I'm just
I
confused.
didn't
about it.
realize there was this much here to unpack.
There
I'm
was
saying
there's
he's
a
old.
lot here to unpack.
He's got a beard, he's old. That's the signal. That's the sign.
There
It also is,
You're adding
by the way,
character to Kratos that I never thought I would see out of that character.
Right.
I would actually care. And then the fact, like, at the end of that trailer, a big monster shows up, and I don't know about everyone else, but my mind went, oh, cool, he's gonna fight a big monster thing. And then he asked the boy to translate, and it's like, oh, he wants to help us.
It's like my first experience with that guy in Dark Souls.
Yeah. I was
Weird
like, oh,
little
that's
giant
an
kid.
interesting thing. So you would expect to fight the big monster, not
Right,
to help
and then it's
you.
just
I
like, hey,
super thought
feed
that
me
was a boss
stuff.
fight. Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
doesn't that big serpent thing look like the big serpent from Dark Souls?
Mm,
Comes out the ground.
Primordial Serpent's kind of grosser.
Yeah, he's got giant teeth.
He's got jowls
Yeah.
Creepy
also, which are
face.
very weird. Yeah, he's disgusting.
The World Serpent, which I do think is a thing in Norse mythology.
He also, oh yeah, that is a thing. I don't remember the name of it.
I will say in Norse mythology, having a beard and being older actually means you're more powerful, not weaker, like in the case of Logan and most old men.
So you're saying he's just trying to fit in with the style at the time?
No, just as you get a beard.
Kratos
You
is
become
actually a
old.
fashionista,
Listen,
become
maybe Kratos' face just got cold, and he wanted.
but
He
not
wanted
his
to-
head,
But he
He's like,
didn't
man,
get
it's
anything
or
on
the
the
rest
head.
of his shirtless body.
No,
Right.
it's just his face, man. That chin, the
You
chin.
know, my chin is
The chin is a
getting
very
cold,
sensitive
guys.
area.
I
As
gotta
a-
put something on this.
As a fellow beard wearer,
Yeah.
I like to keep my chin warm.
It keeps it warm.
It does. Even in 90-degree weather, it keeps it
Can't
warm.
argue with that. I want to play God of War really bad though. The
No, me
combat
too.
looks incredible.
I've
He
always
is
thought
voiced
God
by
of War-
Christopher Judge, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
I've always been super jealous of PlayStation owners because they got to play God of War. Because I liked it as a game. I like mythology. I don't think there's enough games dabbing into the old mythology world.
But now might be the best time to jump in though too, because I mean there was, like, if you care about story and whatnot, that's why I find this so fascinating. Because they're really focused. They're doing a good job of writing this God of War game,
They
which
have
I
that
don't
story
think anyone
beyond
really
just
cared.
kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Besides, I'm gonna rip this
Fight it,
fucking
kill it.
Cyclops' eyeball out and shove it down his throat.
Got some. Look forward to
Nice.
the new sex scenes. That's gonna be great.
Can't wait.
I'm sure. I actually I
4K.
don't know if they're gonna do that.
They're gonna do it.
Sex scenes in 4K.
They're gonna make the kid do
4K
it.
sex.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna pop his cherry.
This sex scene is super
Oh.
sampled.
Gameplay scene blocked for recording.
Recording what?
Now, if we can move into something I don't really care much about, maybe you guys do, but the Shadow of Colossus remake. That's a
I think
thing.
it's cool.
That's cool.
I don't
That's
know
alright,
if it
yeah.
needed to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
This is why I don't care about it. Well,
Maybe
I'll
I
mention
never
it.
played. I know there's a lot of people, including me, who have never played Shadow of the Colossus, but always wanted to.
I don't know if that
Well,
game.
they had that remake.
That game holds up. Does it hold up?
I
Does the
don't know.
gameplay in
I
that
never
game
played
hold
it.
up?
I mean,
Well,
I
I've
think
heard that it
does.
holds up.
I
They're
think
all
the
in now.
gameplay would hold up. I mean, it
Okay.
still seems fun to me thinking back on it. It seems fun. But what I'll say is maybe they're doing this, reestablishing it, getting like it up to date, so that maybe they can make a sequel. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
Maybe, but I thought
But-
Didn't they just wait? Is the Team Eagle people the ones who did?
Last Guardian.
The Last
Yeah.
Guardian.
Yes.
So okay, I don't see them working on another project for a while.
Well, they don't really put games out all that often.
Yes, that's true.
We might see, maybe there'll be a sequel to it, but
I
we'll
also
find
don't
out
feel like-
10 years from now.
Shadow of the Colossus was a game that really I don't know that that's a sequel. Like,
Worthy
is there a
game.
They
mine
tend to
worth?
not make sequels.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't. They don't really leave a lot of room in their games for sequels. They don't really feel like the type of thing that needs to be continued. It feels like
Well,
a
it doesn't have
self-contained
to be
story.
a direct sequel. It could be more like, here's some other Titans in some other area, some other
Yeah.
There's the same
Colossi.
universe, but
Yeah,
a
same
different
universe, But I think-
set of characters.
I think a large part of that though was like trying to understand this unique universe, and I think just copying it and doing different. I mean, seeing new colossuses would be interesting, but I feel like it's going to lack the impact that the first game had, because it's just this like grand, mysterious universe you don't get with these fucking lumbering behemoths, and now you're just in it again. You're like, well, I'm familiar with this. Just these are going to be slightly different.
It looks really good, though.
It does look really good. It does.
It does.
Sorry for the Horizon DLC? Anyone?
Yeah, sure.
They put snow on it.
We got
Snow on it.
It snowed in Horizon.
More
Horizon. Give me more Horizon.
Yeah, more of that
All I
game
can
is
really say.
good, right?
I mean,
I don't
plus
know.
one Dawn.
Yeah. Why not?
I think
Horizon
Travis,
the
first
Dawn.
Dawn.
you're the only one that played it. I mean, I played. Well, from my email that I got from Sony, apparently I put 12 hours into that game, but I don't remember any of those hours.
They emailed you about
Email
that?
you hours?
Yeah, they're like, you put 12 hours into this game. The DLC's coming out soon. Get ready to put
Wow,
more into it.
that's thirsty.
Oh, cool.
That is thirsty, isn't it?
Very
I mean, that's how it comes off to me. It's like you put 12 hours into this 40-hour game. Get the DLC.
They probably sent it to everybody, though.
I
I
know,
mean,
but it's just
1
weird that they
hour
don't have like a
after
cutoff.
probably got it.
I bet you there are people who started the game and it's like, you got the start the game achievement. How do you feel about DLC for a game you clearly haven't beaten?
Same thing
Regardless,
that's gonna
it's a good
happen. That happened the first time. I'm gonna get a hold of the Breath of the Wild DLC and forget all about Horizon. So
That's probably exactly what'll happen. It's just a vicious cycle. They're
It
just gonna
is.
keep releasing Horizon DLC.
When does
and then
Horizon
they're gonna
DLC
release
come
Breath
out?
of the Wild DLC.
Not
sure.
No
I
specific
think
date
it's this year.
was announced.
Okay. I don't even
It's
know if you'll get to
definitely
the.
this year.
I'm not even confident you'll ever get to the Breath of the Wild DLC with Mario Odyssey coming out and the Rabbids game. All that shit's
Well,
coming out
the-
this year.
the Breath of the
Oh,
Wild
so much
DLC comes
stuff.
out at the end of the month. This month.
Okay, that's soon.
We got
Isn't
4
Arms out
months
too?
of Odyssey.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
Look forward to more ARMS coming to the Android's Dungeon YouTube channel because that game is a lot of fun.
Arms the game. We don't have anyone else join.
Well, I mean, we could get more arms. Don't
We
tell
could.
people we can't.
Like,
'Cause we'll do it. We'll get some. Can we get more
Arms.
arms?
arms
I
on the
will.
inside.
Definitely have a video uploaded of just ARMS.
Look at these arms! It's just a 24-hour live stream.
I was just gonna say a 12-hour live Arms live stream. Oh man, can we get away with that? A 12-hour Arms live stream, just put the air quotes or
We
whatever.
might.
Stand there for freaking 24 hours.
Oh, it's
with
just
arms
gonna
on
be a
camera.
still image.
That's ridiculous. You gotta at
Gonna be
least
pic-
animate.
or
it.
I
Gotta
can
be
get a,
multiple still images.
I'll hire them, or I'll fucking buy one of them inflatable wavy arm men.
Oh, that's good. That's a workaround.
Put that on stream. Fucking
People will watch that just for fun.
Yeah.
People will
over
watch
it,
that and
easy.
be like, I wonder
People,
what's gonna happen.
not only will people watch that, people will re-stream it, and it'll become Twitch Plays fucking wavy arm man thing, and you won't do anything, but people will still do it.
But it'll still be Twitch plays.
There's
Yeah.
a weird fucked up version of Salty Bet where they're betting where they're betting
Oh,
on
we get two of them like they're
directions.
fighting. And they put bets on who will win, but the thing
Who's
is
gonna
they'll
get the
never
left?
because it doesn't
You
matter.
guys better stop before they make like a fighting game with these wacky wavy. inflatable
You say
arm men.
stop. I think
I'm
what
gonna
you
play
mean
the
is
green one.
keep going.
I'm pretty sure there's already one coming.
It's
out.
happened. Yeah.
We gotta, we need to license these characters into
License these characters.
These original characters, the Android's
man.
Dungeon inflatable arm,
Inflatable arm
dudes.
men.
Stream men,
Completely original.
inflatable stream men.
Streaming inflatable men.
So
Streaming
yeah,
inflatable men. No, we are not, sir.
they also showed some Crash with some sunglasses.
Crash. I like Crash.
I do too.
Do you like him with sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
Better. No
I
choice.
think
Sunglasses.
that's the origins of my obsession with animals wearing sunglasses, and why I
Is it the
find it
origins?
so funny.
Awfully specific.
Well, I think that's the first instance.
I think
An
this is
animal
a
wearing
broader
sunglasses.
obsession with animal wearing any weird accessory because you were laughing pretty hard at the Mario mustaching. There's the,
I mean, they had hats too.
That Goomba had a mustache. Everything had a mustache. Oh, it's so great. Oh.
I
Yeah,
feel like
probably.
they should have
But
done
I'm
a
excited
live
for
action
Crash.
trailer of that where he was throwing hats on like real people and real dogs.
they're gonna say a live action trailer of Crash.
Well, I mean,
That'd be
No,
creepy.
no. We don't want
where are
that.
those commercials at?
What is
you know what
Crash? Oh, he's a
bandicoots really
bandicoot.
look like? You know what
Right.
bandicoots really look like?
I don't know what the
anything
fuck is a
like
bandicoot
Crash.
is that a real thing?
Yeah.
It is
it's
now.
a real thing.
Is that a made up animal?
No,
No,
that's
a real
real.
animal.
You
I just
all
don't-
say
yeah, I
that
don't
with
think he
such
looks-
confidence, and I don't
I
feel
d-
like you've ever seen one.
I
I've
don't
seen
think
one.
he
They don't
looks
look like
anything
Crash
like an
at
actual
all.
bandicoot.
Bullshit.
Oh man, I should have never googled this. This is fucked. Don't
Yeah.
find out what a bandicoot is.
They're
It's a
not
made
as
up
cool
animal.
as Crash
Just
Bandicoot.
believe
not.
it's a made up animal.
It's not a made up
Just
animal. What's a
believe it's
real
made up.
animal? Just know that it looks nothing like Crash.
It's
It looks
not
more
real.
like a dumb rat.
Do not
with
research it. Fake news.
dumb nose.
Moving on.
You can
Fake news.
fake news. You can play as a shit. I forgot her name. His sister.
Coco.
Yeah.
In all 3
Crush.
games. Coco, yeah.
Oh,
Why do I remember that?
I don't
Bandicoot.
you really love Crash. Also, Crash Team Racing? Is that the game? CTR.
They,
yeah.
they
I never
really
played
need
that
to
game.
make
I
a
only
new
played
Crash
the first,
Team
like,
They
Racing.
really
Crash
don't
Bandicoots.
need to make a new CTR.
What are you talking? Crash Team Racing is so good.
That
So good.
whole of that whole of kart racer knockoff is already filled. Like they don't even have the
I'm
knockoff
telling you,
category.
man. We're gonna play some CTR, and you're gonna be like, I was so wrong.
You got to get on that Sonic whatever that Sonic game is. I don't even remember what it's called. Sonic kart game that came out recently.
CTR is better than the past few Mario Karts.
That's-
Come at me, bro.
You're on your own with that one.
Days Gone.
Days Gone was
The showing that they showed last year, I was not feeling it.
It could be really cool, but I still need to see more.
Is
But
that
the
the zombie
demo,
game?
yeah, it's the Brad Pitt movie zombie game.
Okay. The only remarkable thing I remember about that game is that the trailer from last year's E3 has been bootlegged into a bunch of advertisements from mobile games. Like, just as a complete lie. So there's a bunch of ads on, like, Facebook and stuff that just show the clip from last year's E3 for Days Gone and say, play our new mobile game, whatever, Zombie Strike,
That's
or whatever
really
the fuck it is.
weird.
Yeah, it's really gross, too. And, beyond that, that game looks like a zombie game, and I don't know. I'm kind of bored of zombies.
Like
Yeah.
it's an open world zombie game,
Oh,
and like
jeez.
this year with, I know I'm not saying that like defending it.
It's just like it feels like 4 years too late.
right. But the thing about this year is the AI, the human AI, and them setting traps. That sounded kind of interesting.
Yeah, I liked how during some of the gameplay he used a horde of zombies to clear out like an encampment.
Yeah, there's
And-
some interesting stuff there.
He just went behind him and fucking looted everything, which is what I would pretty much do.
And of course, that bear was fucking dope. Because he's a bear. Also, he's a zombie bear. He wasn't wearing sunglasses.
Or was he?
Tekken's got one up on him.
That's true. You don't know about the DLC yet. We don't know what their DLC strategy is. The season pass.
He's gone bear sunglasses. That game could be really cool, though.
What else we
I'm
got
holding
here?
out hope.
Before we move on to the big
I
one.
mean, if you think about it, that bear was wearing nothing but sunglasses. So, I mean,
If I think about it, yeah, that's how it went.
Which one's the
But
big
in
one,
reality-
Christian?
Big one what?
Oh yeah, there's a couple more big ones.
Yeah,
we
there's a
got
couple
left.
of big ones.
No, the big one. You know the big one.
Call of Duty World War II?
No, that's not the big one. Fuck Call of Duty.
I want to talk about that trailer though, because it was a bad trailer. It was a
Yeah.
multiplayer trailer. If you didn't know.
Wait. Was there a trailer?
Yep, that was a multiplayer trailer.
I don't remember there being a trailer for this.
Because it was a bad trailer.
I don't know about you, but I definitely looked away. Not on purpose, I swear. There was a genuine reason. I can't remember what it was. I was looking away to do
No on
something.
purpose. I couldn't help myself.
All I remember is hearing whoever was in the party. Somebody was watching it, and something got stabbed in the face or something with like a shovel or an axe, and you were like, "Oh God, cool."
Fucking fucked up.
I don't know. I just remember that happening.
That game sounds cool, and I want to play it. I want to play World War II game, but that was a bad trailer, mostly because it said it was a multiplayer trailer, and it's a bad multiplayer trailer. Also, what happened to the cool Call of Duty demos at E3? In the interest of time, or whatever. I
interest of
loved
time.
those demos.
And then magically, you're 15 minutes later.
Yeah, they were cool demos, though.
I guess.
I would have liked to seen that for this, but I guess they just didn't have time.
In case anyone is worried, the word on the street from the show floor is that the game starts on the beaches of Normandy. So
Sick.
there you go.
4K Normandy.
They do the thing. They do the thing that they were gonna do.
Yeah, they do the thing that, of course, is going to happen always. 'Cause
Right.
historically, it did happen.
They put the Wilhelm scream in it.
Did they?
Probably. I don't know.
Almost
And if they
100%.
didn't, I'll be bummed.
chance
I don't
of
know. I
Wilhelm
probably won't
screams.
play it.
You could probably put money on, like, we probably have a betting pool on what timestamp you hear the first Wilhelm scream.
I would. I don't know.
I
I'll
can
wait till
guarantee you, I will not play this game. Just like all the other Call of Duties.
What if they
I
put it
didn't
out on
play.
Switch?
I still won't play.
Bummer. I'd love to know what that plays like on the Switch.
How about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
What's
Who
that?
cares? Skip it. I'm just kidding.
Ryan, you should take the bulk of this.
They released a demo that me and Ryan waited many hours to download.
Even though it's available now.
It was not available now.
No, it wasn't. Not in America anyway. It was available on the Japanese PSN for some reason. That was it was supposed to be available on Xbox Live, but it was not for at least like a day almost. I felt like it didn't go live until the next day.
It didn't.
I don't know the exact amount, but I've played the demo a significant number of times.
Give us a generalized number, huh? Don't think too hard. Just
in the
number.
area of 50.
50, all right.
50 or more, maybe. Yeah.
That's completely reasonable. That is not insane at all.
Okay. Yeah, I played it about 5 times, and I thought I played it too much.
A lot of it was so I only played through the full demo maybe like 20 times or so. But like I played through. What I keep doing is just like going in and restarting the demo to play the Captain America and the Ms. Marvel fights over and over again. Captain Marvel fights, rather.
Yep.
Those are the 2 characters I'm really interested in. This game should not come out until fall of 2018 at the earliest.
Which is fine.
It should have probably another 15 characters, 16 characters, and they should overhaul the UI and the art style entirely. Because systemically, I guess, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. On a system level, the game feels really good. It plays really good. It's a fucking Marvel game. It plays a lot like, I'd liken it closer to like Marvel 1 than any of the other games. There's stuff in it that's familiar from Marvel 3, but a lot of the stuff that you like would expect to work doesn't. And a lot of characters play a little differently than they did in Marvel 3, in ways that make them interesting and fun. But like the primary thing that makes this game new and fresh and exciting is, other than the gems, which everyone knew about, is like that those gems are like an added level of creativity. But aside from that, the tag system lets you do a bunch of crazy shit that I didn't think about previously.
Oh,
like,
man.
You can combo into super and tag out and confirm your combo again and do stuff with your second character. And you can tag multiple times per combo, and it's pretty cool looking when you get it going.
I actually don't like that. Like when you tag in, it kind of leaves like both people on the screen.
So you need to be like, ideally, the way I'm going to see this happening on like a tournament level, or at least the way it looks like now, I don't think you'll ever see a raw tag. I think you'll only see people tag out when they end a combo in super, or as part of a combo continuation to like pick up off an OTG or a wall bounce or something.
I don't know. I feel like it sounded like I was a little harsh on this game. I'm not. I bought the collector's edition, so I'm in.
Let's not talk about how many of us bought the collector's edition.
I just want it, you know? I know you think it needs to wait, but I don't care. I just want it.
I mean, I want it too, and like I want it enough that I played this demo way more than it deserves to be played, especially because it'll probably be significant. I mean, even the version that they gave us, from what I understand, is different than the one they had playable at E3. They had a multiplayer demo that people were playing, and there's a bunch of shit that came out from that.
Oh, it seems like it's probably an early build or something.
It is, yeah, and that one they had on the floor had more characters to it. So it had Thanos and Ultron and a couple other people. I don't even remember.
I don't understand how it can be an early build if it's coming out in a few months.
All right, 3 months.
They probably only started work on it like a year ago. It's probably not that old. It looks like, because a lot of the animations, a lot of the moves, and a lot of the characters are reused stuff from Marvel 3. Like most of the roster was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And a lot of their moves are similar.
Most of the skins also look like they're just ripped from other games.
Yeah, like most egregiously, I was talking to Travis about this earlier, is Chris Redfield isn't even the most recent iteration of Chris Redfield. There's 2 versions of that character that have happened since the one that they're using in this game. And the only reason they're using the one that's in this game is because it was in the last game. And it just doesn't, I don't know, it just seems cheap.
There's a perfectly cool Chris Redfield that they just kind of unveiled with 7, and he's got DLC coming out. It just doesn't make any sense. And then Spencer, I have problems with Spencer.
Yeah, I have problems with a portion of the roster.
Fucking Mega Man X is awesome.
He is. That's the thing, though, is like, as much as I want to dislike a lot of the stuff around this game, like the aesthetics, I really hate the way the UI looks. I think the menu is fine. Outside that, though, I think the art style's fucking garbage. Like, I really love the way Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looks, and this does not hold up to that. And aside from all of that, like, the game still feels fucking amazing to play. All the characters are fun. I feel like you get a lot of creativity and personality you can use in your combos. You get a lot of leeway with what you can do, and it still feels difficult to pull off when you're doing really cool shit.
I'm just waiting for it, you know? I just want it.
I know.
It's coming.
This game will definitely. I feel like a year from its release, this game will be significantly better than it will be on release.
All right. Next up, we have Spider-Man. They closed the show with that. I didn't really have one feeling. I felt good about it.
There was a lot too. They didn't just show like a little bit or anything. They showed a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, I was happy with the amount they showed.
It looks a lot farther along than I thought it'd be, to be honest with you.
Did they give a release date?
No.
I wanted to say yeah, but now that I think about it, no, they didn't.
Have they even alluded to whether or not that's this year or next year?
Probably
I think it's a next year game, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking that game was coming out this year.
They'll probably show more at PSX in December.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right in remembering you guys didn't catch that the first time we watched it through?
I heard it, but I didn't know what she had said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you said, did she say Miles?
No,
Yeah,
I knew she said Miles.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that. I just didn't see it because I had my head down for a second. I look up and then it was done.
The most interesting part about that is that he might not even be a Spider-Man. He might
Miles
just be
Morales?
a character in the game.
Yeah.
That's the most exciting part, is that it's all just, hey, we're gonna make our own Spider-Man here in this corner real quick.
Isn't this game taking place like after Peter Parker's been Spider-Man for like a long time, like 10 years or something like that?
It
I don't know,
seems like he's
10
lived in the
years?
world.
In college?
He's in college?
I think he's out of college.
He might be in college. Either that or he's out.
I think he's
Yeah.
he's definitely in something, because I thought I remembered somebody saying something about managing the class aspect of the game. Like, isn't that
Probably
might have been a
college,
joke.
because it is older.
I thought I saw that in an interview that they were talking about that would be a thing.
They said the life of Peter Parker would be very important too, as well
Yeah.
as Spider-Man, which is nice. That's cool.
I feel like they're gonna kill Peter Parker pretty early in that game, and then you'll take over as Miles Morales.
I don't know. I think
That wouldn't
I would be
necessarily
okay
be
with
the
that,
worst thing.
actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it wouldn't be bad.
That's how it happens.
Right. My concerns are the villains. Are we gonna see a lot, or are they gonna just kind of stick to one story arc?
How many would
Where
you
it's
consider to be a lot?
Well, I mean,
Like, what would be a satisfying number of villains?
in a game, all of them, just every single one,
There's
every
just a lot of Spider-Man.
every Spider-Man villain, specifically Spider-Man villain. Because I mean, there are loads of villains to Marvel, but when it
Yeah,
comes
but
to
there's
Spider-Man,
only like 6 or 7 Spider-Man villains. I would say like you absolutely you have to have in there.
Christian, what's your one what your villain, Spider-Man villain you need in there? We're gonna go round table.
my number one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who needs to be in there?
Wait, are we just
King-
are we not
well, we
including
know
like the big
Kingpin's in
names?
this, so not Kingpin.
we know Kingpin, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one we know.
So
I think in general, it has to be in the game for you to think this is going to be an okay Spider-Man game. Kingpin
If we
being
come with
aside,
one
because
each,
it
that'd be a
exists.
good number.
Do they
Yeah,
have to be?
I'd like to see a Mysterio, like
Yeah.
That's
You
the
can
only
do cool
one I
shit
would
with
think.
Mysterio.
yeah, like a special. Maybe it could be like a special part of the game where it's like I don't know, like a weird. They do something different for the storytelling.
That was my
Just
question. Is like,
mysterious
do they
stuff.
have to be like main bad guys, or can it just be a cameo of a bad guy doing something weird?
Well, that's why I was saying it.
Like a mission.
Like the Riddler is in those Batman games, but not like he has his own. He's assigned content.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's a
Yeah.
collectible.
Yeah.
The minute you find all his shit, he's like, I'm gonna lock myself down in here until you get the last one. And I'm like,
Like, I would
good?
like to see parts of the game that are like Mysterio encounters, where like he set up some weird fucking scenario that you have to defeat and dismantle, and they're just scattered throughout the thing. But I don't want him to be like a main character that you have to deal with as part of the storyline.
Or like Black Cat, where you have to race through the city to catch her.
No, please, no, God.
Black Cat.
I'm just saying that did happen. That's what the Spider-Man 2 game was.
I
It was
know.
like-
I don't know if I want a racing minigame.
Well, it doesn't
Not
have to
racing, but a
specifically
chase
be ra-
scene.
Yeah, it was chasing.
With the swinging.
Yeah.
Chase.
Oh, maybe. I guess if the swinging's good.
If the
then I
swinging,
guess it's
the swinging looks fantastic.
If the swinging's not good, the Spider-Man game's not going to be good.
I'm also super stalling because Christian took my answer and I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, but you also
I
took
want-
my answer. Like,
What's your answer, John?
Mysterio was also my answer.
Oh shit!
Oh, I got one. All right.
Like, I
I
can
want
come up
Kraven.
with more.
Craven's good.
Craven's
is
alright, I
good.
I thought about
guess.
Craven.
I really
Um,
like Kraven.
About
I don't know what he would do though. He would probably just hunt Spider-Man. Oh, Magma everywhere, but for Spider-Man, he just shows up and
What
starts
if he was
hunting.
like? What if he was like the fucking pursuer from Dark Souls 2?
Yeah, that's what Magma Anywhere is basically.
Yeah. I'm thinking of it more as like a boss fight. Like it's just like you just got out of a hard situation and hey, boss fight.
That's
Unless
what he
Majima
is.
Anywhere is a boss fight. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of life bars.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, that's
Which
the
would be
perfect
cool
way.
if that's what Kraven would be.
That'd be a good way to incorporate him. I would want to see Doc Ock.
Yeah.
man.
Not a lot of Doc Ock play
My
nowadays.
okay.
other option gone. I don't know. I guess any of the symbiote stuff, Venom, Carnage, either, I guess, are important to Spider-Man games.
Venom would be neat.
Maybe a Venom Carnage mix.
The way that like in my mind Venom is always like he's obviously like the number one. I don't know if this is obvious, but in my mind he's always Spider-Man's like that's the
His
villain.
arch
Arch
nemesis.
nemesis.
That's
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man's arch nemesis. That's his antithesis is Venom. And whenever I think about a Spider-Man thing, I'm like, well, obviously you have to have Venom, but like
I think
lately,
Green
especially
Goblin-
movies and games
Yeah.
lately have kind of been segmenting him out. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Venom is his own thing, or Venom is DLC, or Venom is like
A whole
Venom
other movie.
is an occasion. Venom is a sequel. Is a thing you see a lot.
I actually think that Spider-Man has two like arch nemesis, the Venom and Green Goblin.
I would say
I mean,
Green
he's got
Goblin's one
both.
too. I always see like Green Goblin is the starter, and then Venom is the sequel.
Right.
Yeah, because that's
Right.
the ender.
Well, because they
And
have to
Venom.
establish Eddie Brock for some period.
I guess. Can we see Morbius?
No.
Yes. In a corner somewhere, and
Well,
he's
do you think-
non-interactable.
So because there's a lot of because it's their own thing, do you think there will be a lot of cameos from non-villains, like non-Spider-Man
The
characters?
Jackal. Oh, non-Spider-Man characters.
Like the Punisher or Daredevil or
I
other
don't think you're
like
gonna see any of that.
Are they
Priest of New
allowed
York.
to?
I don't know. I mean it's Marvel. right? They
No,
have-
it's Sony.
No, it's Sony.
Yeah, but they have the Marvel license. They're working with Marvel.
well,
They are working.
is
with
it Sony
don't
or
think
is it?
so.
Yeah, well, it's Sony.
It's not a part of the Sony Cinematic Universe.
Right, but
it's
No,
their
it's its
own.
own
It's
thing.
it's
Its own
Insomniac's. Is it Insomniac? It is Insomniac, right?
Well,
Yeah.
technically, I mean, Kingpin's in it,
right.
and it is their own like
It's their
living,
own
breathing thing. Yeah, so they can
Okay.
pretty much do. I would imagine they can do whatever they want.
For the most part, I
Will
guess.
Stan Lee be in it?
Yes.
Probably. He'll probably be a
Absolutely.
playable character once you beat the game.
Oh
you can
my
play as
god!
Stan
An
Lee.
alternate Stan Lee costume where you're swinging
Yep.
around the city as
That's
Stan Lee.
That happened.
That's hilarious.
That
That also
happened?
was
That's
yeah, that
awesome.
was also in that Spider-Man.
It's a
2.
shame they didn't put any of these good ideas in a good game. That would have been
That
great.
game was fine.
That game was based on a movie that was terrible.
I don't think this is.
It was
the podcast
not
we
based
should go
on the
down that
movie.
wo- Oh man.
Was it
They're going
aesthetically
down
based
the
on
road.
that movie or not?
The
Spider-Man
front
2 was a
cover-
terrible movie.
Yes. No.
I don't
Spider-Man
think we
2
should
was
have
an
this
okay
discussion.
movie. Spider-Man 3 was a bad movie.
Wait,
Yes,
are we talking
correct.
about the Tobey Maguires or the new ones?
Spider-Man
The Tobey
2,
Maguires.
Tobey Maguire movie was a good movie.
Yes, I thought you said it was a bad movie just now.
No.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
no.
3
Oh,
was
this is
bad.
exactly what happened
Spider-Man
last time.
3 is bad. Spider-Man 1 and 2 are good. The Amazing Spider-Man,
Yes.
both
They're
terrible.
bad.
Both bad.
I think it doesn't.
Almost had a heart attack.
More importantly here, Spider-Man 2 was facaded as a game based on the movie, but realistically, it had nothing to do with the movie
Yeah,
because
was
it had
just a
all
really
the
good game.
villains. It
Wait,
was just
hold
a
on.
really good
Are we
Spider-
talking about Spider-Man 2 or are we talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
We were talking about
Never
Spider-Man
amazing.
2.
No one's ever talking about the Amazing.
Okay, we're
Exactly,
talking about the PS2
precisely.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Nobody is
Okay.
ever talking about those.
That game had.
games.
I thought when you were talking about all the Stan Lee stuff, I thought you were talking about the new Amazing Spider-Man games.
No.
No.
No
Oh,
one was talking
God.
about those.
Fine, I am now finally on the trolley.
Nobody's ever.
That
talking
game was the
about
last good Spider-Man game. The Beanox games are fine, but they're.
it. Spider-Man 2 was just.
My
it was
concern
too good.
with this Spider-Man, because for whatever reason, the way I was looking at it, they did show a lot, and it wasn't like a full-length game, but I'm concerned that they're not going to put enough in it. Like, it's just going to be an adventure game where you play a single story with Spider-Man, where you're just
is an
dealing with the
open world.
Kingpin. Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
they confirmed that. Because I was
I
worried
mean-
about that too. I was like, wait a minute, I want it to be open world though. Like, what's
It
the
is-
point if it's not
Yeah,
open world?
it is open. I think we're gonna have a little more to do in that game than just a story.
I would be
Yeah,
really
because in
surprised.
Spider-Man 2, you could like save civilians and shit.
Right.
It was like it was too good.
It was
Ran-
it was
Ahead of
being
its time.
Spider-Man. It was the Spider-Man
Yeah.
simulator.
Hopefully,
But
have
it's
like random boss fights along
Yeah.
the streets or something.
Rhino and or
How
Juggernaut.
open world was Sunset Overdrive?
Oh, fully.
Okay, so I imagine it's going to be something like that, something similar to that. Because, like, their history of their games is not
Right.
to stray away from that stuff.
Didn't they
Also,
have a
they
specific
nailed
number?
movement.
Then they
They're
have
really
like
good
this.
at it.
They did nail movement in that game. That game
Oh
was
yeah,
really
for
fun.
sure. Didn't they have a specific number of size? Like it was like 3 times bigger than Sunset Overdrive's map or something like that.
Holy shit.
I don't remember.
I think what you're saying is correct. I don't remember what the actual figure
Okay,
was, but
well-
it was some order of magnitude greater than.
I played Sunset Overdrive for maybe a week, and I don't think I ever saw an area that I remembered being in. And it's not because the areas are like dry and boring.
Yeah,
It's just I genuinely believe I didn't find most of that game.
Wow.
I don't know though.
I only played around in like
I mean,
for
New
an
York's
hour or
big.
two in that game.
It is New York, right?
Yeah.
The fictionalized New York. Okay.
Of course.
Will
They
there
will
be
put
a
Daily
point
Bugle in the middle.
where you have to take photos for the Daily Bugle?
I hope so.
I hope so. Also,
Really hope so.
I hope there's like a Dead Rising-esque mechanic of taking photos and being scored on them, getting experience
Come
points
on,
for them.
snap.
Except
That's
that instead of like it being him going yeah or I got it, it's J. Jonah Jameson berating you, and like the less he berates you, the better you did.
A terrible picture of Spider-Man.
Actually, the more he berates you, the better you did.
Yeah, this is awful. I love it. Here's $100.
I like that your J. Jonah Jameson is just Vince McMahon.
They're the same person essentially.
They're the same.
They both hate people in masks.
Give me pictures of Roman.
I was gonna say, what
Oh man.
That's
It's
I'm gonna
true.
let that one hang out there for a
Oh
while.
man.
I just thought about this thing as CM Punk as a scorpion. You're the reason.
The scorpion outfit with the face of CM Punk just
Yeah.
in the face of his face.
Oh.
This went off the rails.
Anyway, Spider-Man looks good.
Yeah, Spider-Man
Hopefully
looks
the
pretty
game
good.
doesn't keep you on the rails too much. That's just where I'm at.
That's a
Nah,
Yeah,
season
that was
of
the
the
other
thing.
thing
I
they
think
showed
absolutely
up
not.
was the QTEs in the thing they showed.
I don't know.
They said that was only for big events.
Right,
It wasn't
yeah.
prevalent throughout the game.
I don't even remember seeing all that much of it. I don't know if you. I mean, I think we saw like what 2 or 3 times.
There's a
That makes
couple.
sense.
There's a couple, but the people are up in arms about the little that there is in there.
I don't
That's
know
why they came out and
anybody-
said, "Hey, calm the fuck down."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Like,
I don't know why people are really that upset about it. I know that QTEs are kind of like a cliche at this point, but I don't think they're purposeless.
But are they?
They
Yeah,
can
I
be
mean,
done with gravitas.
The
I don't know
God
how
of
to
War
say it.
style of mash B to open every door you see is a bad implementation of them, but I don't think they're always bad. Like Resident Evil 4 handled QTEs perfectly.
Right. Like, it can be done well, is what I guess I was trying to say.
Yeah, sure.
I do wish
Yeah.
somebody would innovate on them a little bit though. Where
I
like
just
there
don't
was,
know how you would.
I don't know, just like
You guys, Detroit is coming out.
What's that?
The video game by
Do we
the
care about
mastermind. What?
does anyone care about that?
no.
There are people who care about
Not
it.
at all.
I guess I
There
shouldn't write them
can't
off
be.
in
I
time.
mean, we're
can't
talking
be.
about
People
innovation on
care about it.
QTEs, and like if David Cage has done anything, it's made QTEs interesting.
Has he, though?
I-
Yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
played
like
Heavy
that's the
Rain.
only thing he's done. If I give him anything, it's that he's done that and made a story that can be impressive the first and only time you watch it.
If then.
If you
Impressive
don't
is
look
a
too
strong
deep.
word. Yeah. Don't look too deep on that.
I don't know.
Spider-Man looks good, though.
Spider-Man does look good.
David Cage's Spider-Man, check it out.
Oh no, I don't want
Final words on Spider-Man? We're all good?
it. Yeah, absolutely.
We move on to the most
There's
joyous
gotta be
part of
loads of
one.
E3.
costumes.
The
What's
best
that?
part of E3 was that the best 25 minutes in E3.
Fucking
We already talked
Nintendo.
about Marvel vs. Capcom.
I
Oh.
thought we already
We talked about
the
Marvel vs.
Devolver.
Capcom a couple of minutes ago before
That's
the
what I'm
Spider-Man
saying. You said the
conversation.
best part of E3, and I said we already talked about Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, I feel really bad.
Nintendo.
Sorry, Nintendo.
So let's. Why don't we start light with Nintendo? before we
I'm
get
so
into it?
happy about Nintendo.
Because
About
Splatoon
being
2.
happy about Nintendo.
Uh-oh. Splatoon 2? Yeah, I'm waiting for that one.
Splatoon 2 we knew about though.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the way they did their shit this year though too? Because they kind of just did it in a way where they could step back and say, "We're doing it."
Yeah,
Oh, doing it.
I didn't mind it.
With several things, they were just like, "We're doing it." All right.
I hope the titles that they gave some of the games like Kirby and
Oh, that Kirby game.
Yoshi. I hope they add something to. I don't know.
Other than just Kirby?
Yeah, I don't feel like it should just.
Well,
be
they
named
will.
Kirby.
It was
Although that
Maybe
game's,
it's a reboot.
Well,
ready.
that
to
game's
be.
super adorable too.
Yeah, that game looks good.
I need to play that game.
Or
I'm
they
gonna
call
play it
it
regardless.
I need to
Kirby
suck
Mega Man.
suck things in and turn into them.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Kirby Mega Max
A lot of possession going on in Nintendo.
Air Mission.
It's the same thing with Yoshi though too. Like they're gonna give that a subtitle.
I hope
Cardboard
so.
Yoshi.
But that one, I don't know. That one looked a little boring to me.
Sure
Like,
did.
It looked like the same Yoshi game but with cardboard now.
Yeah. That game
We
doesn't
added
demo
cardboard.
well. Like, if you just, they put like a soft music behind it, it's not like an action-packed game. It's like a game you play to chill out, or like you play with your kids. It's not like, I don't feel like that game is a game you look at and you're like, I'm going to look at gameplay for this thing for 2.5 minutes. You know what it
I fell
is?
asleep.
Yeah, I literally almost fell asleep. That trailer was so fucking boring. Like, I don't think that's a bad game. It's just a really fucking boring part of your press
Bad
conference.
trailer. Good
Maybe
games
the
can have
worst
bad
part.
trailers.
That was, yeah.
Which is like that's actually a positive because the rest of that's not that bad. The rest of the press conference is really good. They showed a lot of good stuff.
The Pokemon thing kind of.
Yeah,
I don't
okay,
know how
well,
I
that's
feel
fair.
about
but
it.
they bungled
I guess
the
it's nice
Pokemon
that they
thing.
said, "Hey, yeah, we're doing it."
Well, yeah. I mean, it said it's more than a year away. What the
Yeah,
fuck
and
does
at
that
that
even
point,
mean?
I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't need to hear about it then.
So tell
Well,
us about
you
the
say
next
that-
E3.
You say that, but then at the same time, they dedicated 30 seconds to showing you a JPEG of Metroid 4, Metroid Prime 4, which then they went on to say literally nothing about.
They did say something
that's
about
why-
it. They said it's in
Not
development.
and well, yeah, it's okay. Thanks.
I agree, though.
Cool.
I don't think that needed to happen.
Yeah, that was like a cheap pop for cheap pop's sake.
But then if they wouldn't have done that, even that little bit, we would have walked away and everybody would have went, "Oh, fucking Metroid's dead."
That's
We
true.
would have just complained about
Yeah.
how Metroid was dead.
Yeah,
That
but I
may
feel
be
like
true,
Well,
but
that wasn't the only Metroid announcement, though.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
They
true.
then announced that 2DS game or 3DS game. They announced that
3DS,
DS game.
Metroid,
3DS game, yeah.
Metroid Returns. Samus Returns.
Off,
Yeah,
they announced
yeah.
that off their press conference on a stream afterwards.
Yeah,
On
that's
Nintendo's
actually
Treehouse thing.
exciting because that's coming like really soon.
That's true. Why didn't they show that?
They did, didn't they?
Not during
Not at the
conference.
direct.
Not yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They should.
Like,
but they
I
didn't.
want, like, I'm interested in what Nintendo's doing, and I didn't watch this Treehouse stream because I forgot about it. And, like, I feel like I'm interested and I didn't get to see it. I feel like that's something they should have just put in the fucking press conference. It's not like they were hurting on time.
Right, they don't have a time. That's the most baffling part about the direct is that you literally could have just made it as long as you fucking wanted.
The advertisement for Yoshi should have been
I think
Yoshi,
they did.
and then move on. Like, it should have just been the title screen, move on. It should have been what they done for Metroid Prime 4. Like, they could have saved so much time.
We made more Yoshi.
But instead, they decided not to announce a Pokemon game and not to announce a Metroid game. Which is just weird.
Like the Pokemon thing, all of it's nice, but it's got this double-sided like shit to it because I
Well-
like the idea that now we're getting Metroid's not dead. We can stop saying that,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like we don't know anything about Metroid Prime 4.
Think of how
Pokemon
much
don't
more
know what's
impact
happening,
that
but-
trailer would have if they had waited till next year and shown gameplay.
I mean, but Nintendo's
And-
pretty good for announcing something and then going all the way with it.
Yeah, I mean, once they
For better or
announce things,
worse.
they usually don't cancel them.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example to be really snarky, but I can't, so that must be true.
Right. Everything
Yeah.
that gets canceled was like not officially announced by Nintendo.
Yeah.
Once they set, So, I mean, you kind of expect the Pokemon RPG to come to the Switch. It's basically a mobile device.
I'm
Yeah, they
nervous
should have
about that
already been doing
RPG.
it.
I don't know. I think it'll be fine.
I hope, I want it to be, because so Game Freak has never made they've never really advanced on their formula of
He
Pokemon
specifically
games.
said RPG though.
Yeah, but you can make an RPG in 3D. You can make
Well, yeah, it'll be in 3D.
Did they ever say that?
No, but it's on the Switch.
There's plenty of games
What
on the
does that
Switch that are in
mean?
3D.
If they just
I don't know,
copy
like,
paste their fucking red,
That's
like, their
literally
shit,
what I'm worried about. is
why
that
would
they're
it
gonna-
take over a year? And if
I
they
think-
do that and it takes over in a year, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, because they're taking it from a handheld platform to.
I'm just they may not be
console.
used to making stuff for that architecture, but I'm just nervous that they're not gonna. They have an opportunity to push a lot of boundaries and to do something. Something completely different, and I'm worried they're not gonna be different enough.
That would be absurd.
I
if
don't
they
know. I
just
think those
ripped
games
that
have changed a
formula.
lot.
They have, but from we talk about general style, they're relatively the same.
In my head, I imagine like a Pokemon Stadium, but with the mechanics of the handheld games.
I mean, I feel I don't know why you can't have a Zelda-like game except the minus fighting plus Pokemon.
I mean, you still fight. You just wouldn't fight as the main character.
Right. Well, yeah, okay, that's a fair point.
You guys ever play Ni no Kuni? Am I the only one that's played that?
I think you're the only one that's played that.
Alright, well, they had something like it's been a long time since I played this, but I remember being able to collect like demons in the game, and it worked kind of like Pokemon, except you didn't throw a ball at it, and you'd use them to do like creature battle, like demon battles and stuff like that, and it was like your basic, just like Pokemon is your turn-based RPG, and it was pretty fun.
Definitely.
And if they can kind of use that, what they did there, I could see it happening. It could be completely different, and I hope it is. I hope it's not just a prettier looking 3DS.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what I
wouldn't
want.
mind that though.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but then I expect that in
Because that formula is
a
not
year
broken.
or under a year, because
Yeah.
that's just
It's
just
also it's just not exciting. I feel like if they were doing that, they should have just said it's going to be called this and it's this.
I would have been happy if they
what it
were
is.
like, hey, Pokemon Red and Blue are now available on the Switch. Go get it, $10 a piece.
That would have been shitty.
Take my money.
Jesus Christ, $10 seems like a lot.
I don't care.
But that formula, I don't feel like that formula is broken or anything.
It's not. It
I
works
like
great.
that.
It's a great formula.
Hey, start in a weird little town and go to town to town to town.
No, you
Actually-
can do that formula though, just in a different style. It doesn't have
Right.
to be this top-down 2D low budget thing that has to be verbose on a DS.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I don't know. Have you seen the newer
Pretty
ones? They look.
I
pretty
have,
good.
yeah, and they look a lot better, but they're not like these big verbose campaigns,
Right,
Or
right.
like worlds that you can get lost in or immersed in.
I want a
wanna-
behind the back camera for my character, and I want to run through tall grass and get in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to agree. They could very much Breath
I want
of
to
the
triple
Wild.
in Pokemon.
Yeah, I want to be
Yeah.
afraid of running into a fucking Rhydon.
Yes.
You don't
That's what I
know.
mean. Yeah, like I'm running through the thing, and I like, oh look, I just kicked this Weedle. Ball at it.
Just fucking punted this Weedle.
Step on this
Okay,
Weedle
Weedle.
and squish it.
Fuck a Weedle.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited for that game.
Plus, with the Switch, I mean, I don't know how much they would want to fully rely on the controls, but with that 3D thing, it'd be really fun to throw a Pokeball.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
what is the
yeah.
over/under on throwing a
3D
Pokeball
vibration.
with a Joy-Con?
Oh, that's good.
That would be pretty dope, actually.
I mean,
It would be.
Yeah, you
Let's
get the
see.
vibration. You can feel him rumbling around in there. Is he gonna
Right.
escape?
Right.
What's how many complaints you think they're gonna get for like broken or lost Joy-Con?
Oh,
After
really?
that shit
How
comes
many
out.
switches are
Hey,
there?
we gave you a strap, motherfuckers.
That's
you
true.
didn't use it. It's your
Use your
choice.
strap. I use my strap.
There's going to be a whole generation of people who don't even remember that this was a problem with the Wii, and they're just gonna
Yeah.
kids are just. It's gonna be great.
Like, whatever.
And Nintendo's like, we don't have to warn them. They all know from the Wii, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, that's why I'm nervous, because I'm like, that's what I want, and that's like my big like eye in the sky goal for that game, and they haven't been very like vocal about what their intentions are.
I think that would get me to buy a Switch if it was like what you're describing.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
think
Breath
that's-
of the
But that sounds
Wild,
expensive. That's expensive too.
Yeah.
Like a world like Breath of the Wild, maybe.
Yeah. Or even
The
like
flip side-
fucking Xenoblade, which that guy
Yeah.
announced at that press conference also.
The flip side to
That looked
that,
like shit. by
the
the way.
whole over a year thing could be also
A big
maybe
movie.
we're trying to tell people about it so they'll talk about it so we can get some ideas.
I feel there's no way they could implement. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was gonna say like a year is not nearly long enough to.
Well, they said over a year. That's what
Yes, that's
really
true.
makes me nervous.
So what do you guys think about the direct PS2 port of Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
I
That
did
shit-
not know it was a PS2 port.
No, it's not. It just
Oh,
looks like
it just
one.
looks bad. Yeah.
It's
looks
bad, man. Like no, it's supposed to come out soon, and that's not good, man.
That doesn't
If-
super surprise me because those games are fucking huge.
Well, at the Switch launch, they showed the trailer and it was like, here's a 20 frames a second trailer for this
Yeah.
video game.
It was really bad.
This is supposed to be coming out soon?
Either way, I'm gonna end up buying it, so we'll figure it out.
I'm not a Xenoblade guy.
Me
and
neither.
also
Those
the
are-
trailers made me
I'm a
not
Switch
want to
guy.
play it.
The problem with those games are like I look at them and I'm like, there's really no point in me playing this because I know I'm never gonna put 200 hours into it. I know
Like,
that.
oh, anime. I've seen anime before. That's nice.
There's literally no hope of that I'll ever beat one of those games. It's just not gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
They're just
Too
too
much
big.
time.
Yeah.
Christian can relay all the information we need.
And I will.
They had mechs in the
Play
last one,
another-
right?
Huh?
Like there's like mechs in those games, like robot suits. You get a mech halfway through those games.
I didn't know that. I never
Pretty
played
sure that's a thing.
it. That sounds.
Yeah, I
like fun.
remember hearing about that.
Might have dreamt it. It's a thing.
That's right. But the Breath of the Wild DLC looks pretty good too.
I need context for that, but that's my fault because I haven't beaten Breath of the Wild because I was waiting for my Switch.
Oh, it's pretty good. But I've finally decided to beat it and wait for the DLC to come out.
It's nice that there's stuff coming out.
Yeah, that Master Sword quest stuff looks really cool. You start the dungeon completely naked, and you just gotta battle through many, many waves. So I like it.
Anyway,
Many waves. Collect weapons.
Skyrim.
Damn you!
oh yeah,
I had the perfect fucking Skyway. Skyway?
Skyway.
Segway.
We got the Skyway, right?
I was gonna say,
Skyrim.
speaking of brand new games that are brand new to this, that are totally new and definitely not 6 years old, coming to the Switch.
Man,
fucking
how many
Skyrim.
times
It's just the
are they gonna
Skyrim shit
re-release
called Corner.
Skyrim?
I don't know how fucking long is humanity gonna be alive.
You have to play
Because-
it dressed like Link, though.
I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that copy of.
You seriously
for the
better
Switch.
not. You better fucking
I'm going
not.
to.
Why?
I'm gonna do it.
I'm also
Because I
buy
want to
it.
play a mobile Skyrim.
That
I want to
doesn't
play
even
Skyrim
make.
at work sometimes. What's wrong with that?
Man,
a little.
I think it's
I-
fine.
A couple things.
Mostly
I mean-
because Skyrim's a great RPG.
When
and
will you play
everybody's just
Skyrim on
like,
your Switch?
Probably when I get it.
You'll
and
play that
then-
before you play Breath of the Wild, or
I
Double
have
Dash,
Breath of the Wild right now.
or Arms.
No, I'm not gonna play Arms. I
You're
didn't
gonna play any
like
of those
it.
games? You're gonna buy your Switch, and the first thing you're gonna play on is fucking Skyrim?
No, what gives you this perception that Skyrim's gonna be the first game I play?
I said, when are you gonna play? And you said, probably when I get my Switch.
Oh, probably
No,
when I get my
no,
Skyrim.
when he gets Skyrim.
Oh, when you get Skyrim.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I get Skyrim.
When will that
Obviously,
happen?
It's gonna
the
come
Switch
out.
will be
I don't
here
know.
before Skyrim.
Because there's so many other games on your Switch you could play that aren't Skyrim.
Right, correct.
And
But
there
I'm
will
gonna
be,
end
there
up
are
playing
more coming
Skyrim
out.
at some point.
You shouldn't. Why would you do that to yourself? You've
Because
already
it's a
played
good
so much
video
Skyrim.
game, and that's what everybody's forgetting, I guess.
No, I'm not. I totally love Skyrim. I played it when it came out 6 years ago. I played through all of it. All of it.
I did too, and
There
then I
are
played
other
it
games.
again. And then I played it again on something else.
Yeah, when they re-released it, and then they remastered the re-release.
I'm not saying it's not ridiculous. I'm
I mean,
just
next year
saying
they're
There
I
aren't even
really like
Skyrim's not even in
Skyrim.
the top 5 Bethesda
4K
games I want to play again.
Oh.
It's fucking. It's just so egregious to me that they keep releasing this fucking game. It's a good game, and I feel like no one believes me when I say that. It is a good game. I believe it's a good game. I love that game. I just fucking.
Everybody in the universe is behind you, though. Where
Make
they're like,
another fucking game.
Stop doing it, man. I'm just like, well, whatever, man. They're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, and now you can pay for mods that you've had for literally years.
That's a shitty thing, but
nobody stopped Minecraft when they wanted to put it on everything, so why should Skyrim be stopped?
You know what else is on everything, guys? Rocket League.
Rocket League is a
coming
good
to the Switch.
That's true.
Rocket
League is a game that should be on the Switch.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not already on the Switch. That should have
also,
been there
John,
at launch.
when they port Minecraft to stuff, they're not remaking it and selling it for $60.
I don't think this one will be 60.
Microsoft's trying to convince you to pay for 4K textures in Minecraft.
How much does that cost? That super duper texture pack?
I don't know, probably $20. Might be 15. I don't know, too much money for
for a texture pack for Minecraft.
I feel like that's another thing that mods have solved.
I buy them for my daughter.
The 4K textures?
No, I haven't looked at the prices of those, but like texture packs in general aren't all that much. I bought a few. They're like $6. So whatever.
It's not too bad.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I don't think paying for DLC is a bad thing. I think that... I don't know, this is a totally different conversation about Skyrim.
Yeah, we don't have to get into it.
I feel
we can
like
get into the T-Rex in the room if we want.
Rocket League.
Rocket League
I forgot
definitely
about that.
should be on Switch.
I just want to talk about Rocket League real quick for another second. On the Switch, like when you have the Joy-Con docked, can they still do the motion control, like to some extent?
I think
so.
I think you do because because I could aim with motion control when I'm playing Breath of the Wild.
I would like to see when you're flying through the air as the vehicle, like I would like to see that controlled by the
motion controls for air.
Oh, and then you kind of like.
I just think that would be super comfortable, like to do. Yeah, like
I'd probably be better at it with the actual controls.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would also be better at it.
That game's probably going to be a lot of fun on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But it does concern me because it's another form of control that, like, it's going to be crossplay, right? So
that's true.
There could be an advantage there, or there could be a not advantage. I don't know. Like it could.
It is cool that it has crossplay, though.
Well, for most systems.
Yeah, for the cool ones, the ones that aren't nerds who make up excuses about shit.
We love Sony though.
I feel like Sony thinks it's the cool one for not being part of the group.
Thanks.
So, as Travis was saying, why don't we get to the T-Rex in the room?
Is there a T-Rex in the room?
There's a huge T-Rex with a fucking
is.
hat on in this room.
We already talked about Xenoblade 2.
Wait,
is that game called Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Are those different games?
I think so.
Possibly.
Huh. There you go.
Yeah,
anyway, Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey. Yeah.
The way more exciting Mario Odyssey. Probably the best thing at E3 this year. He threw his hat on multiple things and became those things. But they all had mustaches.
There's a rule with that, though. You can't just throw your hat at everything. If it already has a hat on, you can't wear two hats.
Is that true?
Is that a real rule?
Yeah.
That's rad.
So you gotta throw your hat at it to knock its hat off, and then you can take it.
Oh shit.
That's weird.
We also got context for the hat too.
Yeah, Games Deep.
Can the hat itself wear a hat?
Probably. His name is Cappy.
That seems gaudy.
Well, the hat is an entity that turns into Mario's hat.
It's a ghost.
Is it like a parasite?
Top hat.
It's probably
basically
it's a top hat. Yeah. Well, it is, but yeah, it's a top hat too.
Yeah.
It's a top hat too?
Listen, I don't know.
Like the sequel to the first Top Hat?
Kind of, but not at all.
Is this like some Luigi Mansion kind of ghost?
I have no idea. Actually.
Maybe.
It could be.
Wait, all right. I'm still confused about the origins of this hat. Is it a living, breathing thing, sentient being, or is it a hat that was possessed by a ghost that then grew
If
eyes?
you
Well, it
watch
was
the
the ghost of the
trailer,
hat.
they show him.
They show who?
Cappy.
A hat?
Happy.
The
hat
yeah.
ghost who turns into Mario's hat.
There's a character. Okay, I apparently was not watching. I didn't
There's
watch
a
the trailer
character
400
called
times.
Cappy
Okay.
who turns himself into Mario's hat, and now Mario can throw his hat at things.
What
and
is Cappy himself?
them.
Is it like a person?
It's a ghost.
Is it oh, it's just a ghost.
Yeah. Or it looks
Is
like
it a ghost of a hat?
Is it a red ghost?
No.
Or what,
Just a
what's just a
hat
normal like sheet over your sheet with 2 eye holes cut in it ghost?
Nah, it looks like a hat, like a top hat.
I am
God
so
damn it.
fucking confused by this. Why does the top hat change what kind of hat it is when it turns back into a regular
It
hat?
possesses
it's a ghost.
things. It captures them.
It's called
captures them.
capturing.
So then, okay, follow-up question. Does the ghost hat need to be in the red hat to capture other people? Why can't he just fly into them and capture them?
He's basically doing that. I don't know, man.
We'll probably
Mario
get
likes
We
to
don't
throw
have the
it back.
game yet.
because Mario's hat also gets ripped up in this weird ghost world he's in, and then the ghost hat Cappy, he repairs it and turns into that hat.
I have a strong
Maybe, like,
suspicion that
he's
when this game
bound
comes
to?
out, my plot questions are not going to be satisfied.
Well, maybe
Oh,
he's
sure.
bound to it because he fixes it.
Right. Exactly.
They won't.
So
That's
did
why
a
this
hat
game
die?
is so great. What?
That's
a
a
hat
bigger
was
question
murdered,
than
or-
just-
I don't
Odyssey
know.
title.
The bigger question is, how many times are you going to take over a T-Rex in that game?
probably a bunch. We saw a dinosaur world.
I imagine probably one. Oh yeah, there's a whole world.
There's
Isn't
a whole world of
Oh
dinosaurs.
man, there's a whole bunch of dinosaurs you can put mustaches on.
There's so many.
I want to see a
wanna see the
pterodactyl with a
Triceratops.
fucking mustache. Oh, shit.
Man,
a
that,
compy?
That screenshot
Nobody
button's going to
wants
get
a
a lot of
compy.
pressing.
Imagine a
A hat
compy
would
with a little
consume
hat.
a
A little
compy.
compy with a
Little
big
copy
hat.
hat
Does the hat change
and a
size?
mustache.
Does the hat change size?
The user or
I don't think
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does.
Does
All
it?
right, we're
Yeah.
getting conflicting reports.
Because
here.
remember, he threw it. Oh man, Mario threw his cap to the normal looking human, not the like the Mario.
Boy, are we gonna even broach that?
I don't
And then
know
he took
what to feel
over
about
him,
New Donk
and
City.
then he had the red hat on and a mustache. It was weird.
It was strange. New Donk City is apparently, I'm assuming, that's the city that Mario was from before he got sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom, right?
Okay. So did going to the Mushroom Kingdom also turn him into a horrible fucking abomination
That's what I want to know. Or was he just always a weird freakazoid?
that just looked right for Mushroom Kingdom? Like that just happens to look also like everyone else.
there is
Maybe when you get pulled into Mushroom Kingdom, you turn into a weird freakazoid.
there's actually a game theory on that if you guys ever want to watch.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh,
Plug that channel.
exclusive. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not. There are millions of people out there that already know about that channel.
Oh, I don't. Whole blocking. Let's not talk about other channels. I don't.
Oh, that was a
Whatever.
joke. I don't actually.
Yeah.
We've plugged other
We're not the
channels on here before.
WWE.
I'm
We've
just saying,
definitely plugged other people on this
As a
on these
general.
things before.
Don't talk about New Japan.
the theory goes that New Donk City's people are so large because they're eating the bananas from the Donkey Kong series.
I won't hear this right now. I will not hear it.
Well, I'm just telling you. That's the general idea.
It's about as ridiculous as everything else that's actual Mario
Ghost
lore,
of a
so...
hat.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
not that big of a leap when you think about it.
That's true. I'm okay with that though. Why do they look so white? Never mind. So yeah, you collect coins. Each stage has like different types of coins, so you can basically collect two different types of currencies
Shops.
depending.
Microcurrency.
Yeah, there's shops, and you could buy like little shirts and hats and different hats, and it's gonna be awesome. He was running around with a
Yes.
sombrero and a poncho on.
Right, the
Yeah,
Dragonborn
that's what I
helmet.
was just gonna say.
Just insanity.
Can't wait till the Skyrim DLC. We get to go to Skyrim World.
That'd be sick.
Fuck you.
I wonder what amiibos are gonna do for that game.
Probably
Oh,
great.
did you see
I
the
hope
amiibos?
Cappy is just an amiibo. I hope there's a Cappy amiibo. It's
You
just a hat.
haven't seen the amiibos?
Wait, there are amiibos
There
already?
are super amiibos. There's definitely amiibos. Give me a
I'll do
second.
live research.
They're so good.
Speaking of
I
amiibos, real
pre-ordered
quick,
the other one.
while he looks those up, did you guys see the amiibo of the Metroid one with the squishy
Metroid one
the squishy
looks
Metroid?
Oh,
Motherfucker, they're all in Charlie Kelly fucking
Yeah, right?
Oh damn!
They're fucking awesome.
Charlie Kelly, what?
Dayman Cometh suits. They're white though.
Oh,
It's just that he's got the top hat and.
I pre-ordered the Bowser one.
hey man, come in.
What is he-
I need that.
Sorry, Christian. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. I want to. If you look, are you guys looking at the picture where Nintendo put them all together?
I'm looking at the GameStop link Travis just sent me now.
Where she's in the middle.
Yeah, and she's like, ah.
Oh, I see, yeah.
The Nintendo was saying that they put them in that specific stance for a reason, and it's directly related to the game.
I mean, is it because Bowser's trying to steal her, like usual?
Is it because Peach is like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna marry Bowser.
Maybe I'll marry the horrible
There's a more
dictator
accurate
man,
one.
dictator dinosaur.
So,
But also,
yeah.
there's the whole they're all actors thing. Maybe he's not evil in this one. Maybe Bowser's just an anti-Mario.
Maybe you're saying you're playing as the antagonist the entire game, and you have to kill the last brain surgeon when you get to the end.
That'd be crazy cool. It reminds me of something. I just can't put my finger on it.
All right,
No,
well, I think
totally
that's the
original.
Last of Us here. What should we do?
So why it's unrelated? Why does the season pass picture for this have the hat in blue? Is this a real picture?
Why
I
not
have no idea what you're looking at.
get the hat in every color?
This is an audio podcast, but I will send this to you.
Oh, that? I think that might just be something someone made.
That's not real. They didn't announce a season
I don't-
pass.
I don't think that's real. Also,
There's a Cappy
no.
with wings?
maybe. Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess why not?
You can take over a cab and drive it in the street.
I don't think there's enough
You
out
G-
for that.
I wonder
to
if you can
announce a
GTA in this
season
game.
pass.
Like,
Like steal cars?
yeah, like take the
You
car
can
where
turn
you
into
can
a taxi.
and then you can you drive it into a building or something?
You
If
drive
you take
it off.
over a taxi, it should just start a crazy taxi mini game, like with zero explanation.
It has a hat, and that fucking taxi had a mustache on it, and it drives away. That's all I can tell you.
Will
So you-
Skyrim get an amiibo, or do only Nintendo properties get it?
Motherfucker.
I don't
No,
think
Ryu
Skyrim,
has an amiibo.
unfortunately, Skyrim won't.
Ryu
Yeah,
has an amiibo.
Yeah, he does.
Sonic? Well, I guess
Sonic has an amiibo. Yeah, Pac-Man has an amiibo.
There's lots of amiibos. You probably shouldn't go down that road right now.
Well, I just want to know if
Well, the
Skyrim
point is they're
would
not
get it.
all first-party Nintendo characters.
You know what I
feel
want
like-
to go back a little bit? Did you guys see those little? This is E3 related. Did you guys see the little Rabbids, the little statues that Ubisoft's selling?
Oh yeah,
Are they dressed
Yeah.
like the Mario characters?
Yeah, I want them.
Why are they
they're
not just
adorable
amiibo?
looking.
And Peach, I don't know. I'm assuming they're gonna release specific amiibos for that, separately.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
That is a
But-
Switch game, right?
The Peach one's awesome. I'm
Like that's
buying
Switch
it.
Yep.
exclusive, right?
100.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I want
yeah,
the Luigi Rabbit.
I want them
So-
all. Gotta catch them all. So all in all, I don't know. E3 was pretty damn great.
Yeah,
I
final
think
thoughts on
final word
overall
on Nintendo
E3?
though. Just on Nintendo specifically, I think they did what they had to do, which was give people a reason to see a future in the Switch. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did the thing that they failed to do with the Wii U.
Oh,
Correct.
you know what we didn't mention? October 27th, guys. That's when Odyssey's coming out.
Oh yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, we
That's
got a
super
release
soon.
date.
Fucking here's a final word on E3 in general. E3, this is just as mild, like I'm gonna get on a soapbox for about 30 seconds. E3 used to be a place people would come to and they'd see the future of video games. You get told about the grand delusions that you would be sold in 3 to 4 years. The brand new announcements and the hot fake footage. And despite the fact that all that stuff is like
Still got
really
some of that.
offensive sometimes and a lot of times inaccurate, this E3 that was open to the public, which you would think would be the most like, we're going to sell you as much as we can, more things got announced this year that will release this year than I think any other E3 I've ever witnessed. Like, there was very little content for, here's something for you 2 to 3 years down the line. Here's
We're
something to
also
look
a
forward
weird
to.
spot too. Like Sony doesn't really care about E3 because they have PSX. That's where
Right,
they're gonna
yeah.
do all their shit. Nintendo's kind of half in, half out.
Well, Nintendo does directs all year. They don't.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true.
they don't need it.
Yeah, and then you got TGS and Gamescom and other stuff showing up. It's just like, you look at 2018, and it's kind of like a big question mark.
Hmm.
Like, Spider-Man is out there somewhere, tentatively. And,
I think it's early 2018.
Yeah, they have. Well, we looked it up earlier. It was like Q1 is where they're aiming for right now. But
I think we'll get more throughout this year till the end of this year than we did here at E3.
It's just weird because like it used to be E3 was this smattering of you get a couple of things that are available now or available in a couple months or available later this year at holiday season, but most of it was like this is the stuff you're going to be looking forward to that our teams are working on that we're really excited to show you a little bit of, and like we want to get feedback from an audience and see how it's selling and see like people.
Last year they could have easily said, "Hey, here's this Last of Us Part 2 trailer here at E3," but instead they saved it for their big show.
But I mean, I'm okay with that though.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I guess it just kind of feels like E3 is not like this grandiose thing that it used to be. Yeah, it's kind of been split up, especially like, and to add on top of it is like the separation in the days of the press conferences, like the 6 big ones being spread over 4 days now, kind of like takes away from this like monumentous occasion of like this 2-day or 3-day fucking butt blasting of gaming information.
We also kind of lucked out this year. Like, the beginning of this year was really good for video games.
That's true, too.
I mean, it's just gonna keep going now.
Yeah, maybe that's the current, the structure of what we're in now. Of, like, next year, 2018, the beginning of the year, might be crazy fucking cool again. We might get all these awesome games.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we do.
Maybe that's the blueprint from now on.
It could be. I don't know. It's like this. Just a minor rant of I don't know what to look forward to in 2018, 2019. You have like these ambiguous games out there like Kingdom Hearts or Spider-Man or stuff without release dates.
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I want another Batman Arkham Asylum type game. Like not necessarily an Arkham Asylum, but something from that team again.
What if they did like one of those games, but they just took it as a spin-off of one of the other characters, like a Robin or I don't know, somebody else from that universe?
Yeah, I want them to do Superman.
Superman?
I finally want them to crack that fucking nut.
Fuck, that's got to be terrifying. That was a concept.
It's probably horrifying if they ever tried.
I'm sure it must have been talked about. It must come up.
Also, you can do a Flash game. Like, I don't see the problem.
People have been doing them for years.
Yeah.
Doing new games.
Exactly.
I feel like it would be really interesting, to see a modern take of a Flash. How would you even do that?
I don't know. I think that introduces some complexities that maybe people just aren't willing to work out. Like how do you treat a game where the main character sees everything at 1/1000th of the speed of normal people?
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Yeah. Like the whole game is in bullet time.
I feel like there's a way to do it though, and just I'm not talented enough or knowledgeable enough about game development to make it myself.
What if a studio just made a 2-hour game, 2 hours long, and then they just put the whole thing in 50% bullet time or 25% bullet time, and they just committed to the gimmick of like you have to play through this whole thing in slow motion.
I don't know if it'll be fun.
In VR.
What if they just made they used the Arkham formula and then just applied Justice League to it?
Yeah.
That'd be
fun.
I think that would be alright.
I feel like that's what Crystal Dynamics is doing. Crystal Dynamics is doing with the Avengers.
I don't know. I wish we would have seen something from that.
Yeah, there's something about that.
Nice.
And that was the other thing. Is a lot of games that people expected to see here, like the titles you would expect to see at an E3 because they've been shown at other shows, kind of didn't show up. Like you mentioned, The Last of Us, but also.
I didn't expect that to show up.
Really? Nothing? You didn't expect there to be anything?
I don't want anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
That trailer was so fucking perfect. You just sit on that for
but how far out is that game?
Probably pretty far along.
So then there's not a lot of other there's PSX. So is that just we're just assuming they're going to show something at PSX?
Yeah,
they might show something at PSX, or they might hold it till next year's E3. Maybe it'll come out holiday next year.
But stuff like that, and then Resident Evil 2 remake. There was nothing about just a bunch of games that we know are in development and exist, and I think people expect an update on, and there's just nothing.
Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, well, that too, but that's a case of something
a little too early on that one. They shouldn't have told anyone
Well,
about
I mean, they came out and said that Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII were going to be there.
Yeah.
Maybe E3 is just going to be like an every other year. Will be a hype E3 kind of thing.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of stuff we got was like known quantity stuff or things that we're like, yeah, we're expecting that later this year. This isn't always. It's not a bad thing by any means. It's just I don't know.
Like, part of me hopes that Microsoft kind of looks at the landscape and says, "Oh yeah, hey PSX, that's a pretty good idea," and like has their own little deal or something.
I thought they already did.
Do they have an event?
They do have that. What is that thing called? They have that Microsoft. It's a Windows focused thing. At least it was last year. But they showed a bunch of games at it. Like they showed KI Season 3 there for the first, like one of the first playable instances was at this Microsoft thing.
Oh,
I
that's
wouldn't
pretty
be
cool.
upset with that.
I don't remember. I thought it was like a Windows 10 showcase or something that they just ended up having video games at also.
Right, because they were also launching the whole Play Anywhere thing.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to do that every year.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind them shifting to that.
But then if that happens, if Microsoft gets in on that game, then you really have to question how much longer is E3 going to be around.
Wasn't that the thing? Weren't people already backing out of E3?
Well, advertisers were
Quiet
already.
public.
The year before this, it was the smallest it had ever been, like as far as people on the floor. It's the smallest E3, also in terms of like advertisers and how many companies were involved. And then they did this public thing to pull people in to try to generate more revenue and like make E3 a bigger thing again. But it's not stopping people from like EA or Ubisoft or like even Devolver, I guess, like doing their own thing and like pulling more people away from this centralized Electronic 3 show and just everyone doing their own thing in different places.
Yeah.
And like the public was supposed to stop that. But it could become like it very well may end up being a situation where it'll be a PAX in the next 3 years. Like it's just going to be PAX.
I think it'll stick around. It'll just change form over the years. Like maybe it'll be more successful this year, maybe it'll be more successful next year. Like it'll shift. It'll always be around though.
I just don't know if it'll be the press conference thing that it has been for the last 20 some odd years, or if it will become the community event that PAX is, and it's just like
strict consumer show or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just surrounded by these press conferences that like news media will cover, but are not necessarily going to be like no one who's going to be on the floor is going to see that stuff. I don't know. E3's weird, man.
Yeah.
Well, with that, if anybody has anything else, I think we might have reached the end of our journey, our E3 journey.
Just so many video games I want to play.
That's the thing, too. Like this year, all those video games were released or announced for like this year. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to do. So October specifically, be nuts. So.
I mean, since we're here, they announced a standalone version of that Call of Duty 4 remake.
Oh, how much is it?
Like 2 days ago, like $40, I think. John, is that true?
I don't know.
$40. $40.
That's,
I remember it being ridiculous.
Coming out in December, I think.
Is it going to come with the DLC?
I don't know.
If it doesn't, man.
If it doesn't, that would be expected.
$40 is too much.
Way too much.
$40 is too much, but I would say $40 is 100% too much if they're not going to at least include the DLC for that game.
It's still too much either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, previously it was, what, $100 if you want to play it?
Right. But I am surprised they didn't release it at $60.
There's still time.
They will release the $60 version with the DLC.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah,
It is terrible. That's
The Android Dungeon on YouTube!
Video games are terrible. We got 4 minutes till an hour. I'm just kind of trying to pad it out.
Oh, you're really still recording?
Yeah.
Android's Dungeon on YouTube, the Android's Dungeon on SoundCloud, the Android's Dungeon on Twitter, the Android's Dungeon podcast on Steam.
I think that covers it. We got a Twitch channel, but it's not like up and running consistently.
Let's Play Dark Souls, the Arms Cabinets. These are all things you can look forward to. Call of Duty Online, is that a game? Find out on the Android's Dungeon channel. If you ever wonder what Dive Kick looks like, we have 2 people who play it there. Has Been Heroes, it's on your Switch. Go watch a video about it already. What's Hard West? I don't fucking know. John will tell you over at the Android's Dungeon YouTube channel. You want to know what Kamiko is? Me neither. But there's a YouTube video all about it.
Oh, jeez. We're also probably going to start doing podcasts, at least once a month. A month in the dungeon.
Yeah,
sort of like this, but they won't all be about E3.
Yeah, the
No,
format
they will all be about E3.
in
They'll
the
all
air
be
right
about
now.
E3 all the way to next year. We celebrate E3 year round.
It's
So.
gonna be a
E3's all
monthly
year.
pod. Just don't worry about it. You'll figure out what the format is when we
Or
do.
you won't.
Yeah, or you'll just listen to it and be like, "What kind of fucking weird ass format is this? This is stupid." But hopefully you don't say that
They
at
don't.
all.
No one will.
Hey, Ryan, what's that line of dialogue with the Dark Phoenix?
I can't control it.
This Android's month in the Android. What's it called again?
Month in the Dungeon.
I knew it was a better thing than what I said.
Month in the Android
A
would
month
be
in
terrible.
the Android.
Month
Would
in the
feel
Android.
terrible.
Wouldn't be good,
Look
no.
forward to it this fall. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a month in the Angel. Shit. Ryan, this is so easy. I think that's why he writes them down. I'm actually gonna do it this
It's
time.
getting us in the mood.
A month in the dungeon, right?
Month in the dungeon.